Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV. I am your host, Empire Jeff, back with another episode coming to you on a Wednesday night, the eve of the 2024 NBA trade deadline. The deadline is here, man. We are less than 24 hours away, man. A little bit more than 12 hours away from the NBA trade deadline, man. And everyone's losing their minds, man, reading tea leaves, trying to guess what tweets mean, trying to guess what I'm following on social media means, trying to guess what emojis mean, trying to guess what everything means, because us as normal just couldn't be just normal human beings to sit back and wait for reality to strike. We need to know before it happens, right? We need news ASAP, right? That's just how we operate when we come to the NBA, right? Everyone needs to know everything now. There's no patience involved here whatsoever, and we need it to happen now. So the bad news is a lot isn't really happening right now. So and maybe potentially the worst news is there might not be a lot happening tomorrow either. Now there'll be some things happening tomorrow for sure. Probably more than 10 deals probably tomorrow for sure. But I don't know if we're gonna get even one of them that like has us like, damn. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's pretty quiet out there. Definitely talks with teams started picking up last night and into today. So conversations are kind of pick up a little bit more steam. Teams are being a little bit more realistic with each other. Maybe not out here demanding 2 or 3 first-round picks for an average role player like they were a couple weeks ago. Remember I told you guys before in a previous show, they typically will not give their best offer until it comes up against that trade deadline. This is a deadline-driven league, like Woj likes to call it, and he's absolutely right. Nothing forces action like a deadline. So it's a little different than when things happen in the summertime or even at the start of the season. As you get closer to a deadline, and you really, if you're a team that's going into the playoffs here, and that this is your team for at least the next 4 months once you get through here past buyout market, right? So this is that point in time where might be the only chance where a lot of these teams can go ahead and fix their roster, especially teams who cannot add high money players from the buyout market, anyone above that first apron, which are a lot of teams, a lot of contenders, a lot of playoff teams. It's a lot of a lot. Damn. Speaking of a lot, man, we have had a ton of rain here in Southern California since pretty much since Sunday night. So Sunday night just started off rough. I was not able to complete a stream on Sunday night. I had to dip out because my internet was starting to act up. Then Monday during the stream on Playback TV during the Lakers Charlotte game, shout out to my guy LOE, shout out to Young Africa for going on there and helping me hold down that panel on Playback.tv because my internet was just really bad during this storm, and I was cutting in and out. I haven't been able to do a video since because the internet has just been so bad. Finally came back up today. It's raining pretty good again right now, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to make it through tonight and tomorrow. So sorry for the delay and kind of missing in action here during an important time of the year. But Mother Nature, man, she was tripping, but she seems to be a little forgiving right now. So we're back. So shout out to everyone who's pulling up, man. Shout out to everyone who's excited about this trade deadline for tomorrow. And shout out to the teams that started to get things rolling. Those little minor trades we had earlier today. I know the T-Wolves made a move. Celtics made a move. Pistons made a move. Nothing obviously, game changing here. Nothing really crazy. I do like Tillman going to the Celtics there. He's an undersized big, but he's active. They need a big over there, backup big over there. Basically got him for a guy they weren't really playing much. So I don't mind that for them, obviously. I'm not rooting for them, but I think that's a solid pickup for them on the low. They can't get anyone on the buyout market above the full mid-level anyways. They have first-round picks, but they don't have a lot of money to send out to really get like a solid player in return. I don't think they're trading Horford to get that done. They may be able to get a buyout guy who's under 12-something million there. But outside of that, they don't have a ton of areas to make moves here. So I get why they went ahead and did that. I thought there'd be a little bit more competition potentially for Tillman, but it doesn't appear that there was. And then we'll see, what comes from there. But, the rumors are still out there going crazy. But the rumors, as I've been telling you guys for weeks, be careful with these reports. Majority of them lead to nowhere. 90% of the reports you read or hear never end up being anything. So at the end of the day, like the Murray situation, the Bruce Brown situation, those are technically in play. But in order for the Lakers or anyone else to get DeJounte Murray, they're going to have to pay up. And I'm still not convinced that Atlanta's going to move him this trade deadline. I'm not convinced at all. Matter of fact, I'm leaning towards them keeping him right now. Things can change tomorrow. Things can change tonight. But at the end of the day, Atlanta, I think, has a minimum that they want to accept from him. And I don't think that has been reached yet, because we would have seen a trade already. So if I know there's other teams that have been linked. I know they said Utah came up with a deal. I'm going to touch on that in a few. I'm going to touch on some smoke and mirrors here. But if they had 2 unprotected first round picks on the table for DeJounte Murray right now, that deal would be done. So it's not out there, not yet at least. So so he's still technically in play. He could still be moved. He could still stay in Atlanta. He could still end up a Laker. He could still end up a Jazz. He could still end up a Knick. He could still end up somewhere that no one's even thought of yet. I'm hearing that Detroit is getting a little frisky out there, man, trying to make something happen. And I heard that they were probably the only team in the league, in the entire league, that was at least interested in making a Zach LaVine trade, and then he got hurt. So maybe Detroit gets a little wild out there, man, gets froggy, and does something there. But we'll have to wait and see on that. So shout out to everyone who's pulling up in the building and kicking with your guy here on a Wednesday night. Like I said, I know everyone's excited for tomorrow. I will be covering tomorrow. I'm excited, man. I'll be here from 10 to 1 tomorrow, weather permitting. I don't think it's going to rain tomorrow, but I'll be covering the NBA trade deadline from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. tomorrow. So you got your boy for 3 whole hours tomorrow, covering everything that's going on with these trades, anything that happens overnight, early morning. Maybe I'll slide in a little bit early. Got to handle a little business in the morning. Then I cleared the schedule then for you here. I told you guys I was going to make this sacrifice, man. It's trade deadline. I'm going to be here from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. tomorrow. I'm definitely going to try to get some people on the panel tomorrow. I'm going to be covering this for 3 hours tomorrow. So make sure to pull up tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Empire Jeff TV. And if you haven't done so already, man, head on over to playback.tv/Empire Jeff TV and become a member on our playback channel over there to watch the games with us live. Like I said, the first 20 people to every game pulls up gets that VIP ticket to watch whatever game I'm watching for free, regardless of blackouts, no matter where you are. We basically got that league pass that NBA players get. That's what's up, man. So again, shout out to everyone in the building. Let's see who's in here right now. We got Miguel up in the building. Shit, thanks for pulling up, bro. He said, "What up, Jeff? I'm not expecting the Lakers to make a big trade, maybe a minor trade or two, and more into the buyout market. We'll see. We'll see. If there's a lot of conflicting information out there right now. That's why it's best to just wait and see. Like I said, I'm at this point thinking that they're looking at something kind of maybe flipping Gabe and something there to get a player in there who can play now instead of Gabe was giving nothing, trying to upgrade that backup position. Maybe, like I said, if Atlanta just comes off if the Lakers call their bluff and Atlanta blinks, then maybe, like I said, I'm not putting the nail in the coffin on that. I'm not saying it's not impossible. It is possible, but I don't think it's likely, but we will see, right? Bruce Brown's still in play. If they don't get a first round pick offer for him by tomorrow, then maybe he goes for 2 seconds and the money to make it work. So I think he's still in play. That Brooklyn package is still in play, and some type of variation of it, whether it's DFS and Royce O'Neal, whether it's DFS Dinwiddie, whether it's Dinwiddie, I think Dinwiddie's probably the lesser of the trio over there that the Lakers would actually be interested in. But that package is still out there. For some reason, I just don't believe the Lakers are trying to deal with Utah. I'm just getting the vibe of that. And like I said, you got to be aware. I don't think the Lakers want Danny Ainge and Utah having 2 of their unprotected or lightly protected first round picks, 27, 29, 30, whatever it may be. I don't think they want to just hand that over to Utah and have someone in their conference have 2 lottery picks of theirs in case things blow up. So I don't necessarily think that they're loving something like that. I talked about Caris LeVert before. Now Cleveland's been hooping lately. They're balling, and that's might not be an option at this point. So as you look around, people talking about Nick Richards. I know people like Gafford. I know people like DeLon Wright. I know Chris Dunn. I know there's a lot of names out there that a lot of people are excited about. The buyout market has a chance to be very, very, very fruitful to the Lakers, man. And I think they may just make a lighter move and hope to get, some people out of the buyout market there. So let's see who else is in the room here. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. What's going on, man? What's up with you? Big Baby Sports, man. Thanks for pulling up. Shout out to you, man. Congrats on Big Baby Sports getting to that 1,000 subs, man. Get on over there. Subscribe to Big Baby Sports, man. Appreciate you, bro. Rob, what's going on, man? Thanks for pulling up. Lakers make no trade. I think they'll do something. I don't believe they hold pat. I think they do something. Hey, Nicholas Clark, thanks for pulling up, bro. Hello to you as well. Trey all day, salute to you, brother. Eric Kwan, what's good, my guy? Thanks for pulling up. Let's see. Let me skip past my own comments here. Richard, what's going on? Thanks for pulling up. Thoughts on Lamar Stevens as a buyout or trade candidate? I mean, that would be that if I mean that's our only move, I would be disappointed. Like I said, he wasn't getting a lot of minutes in Boston. He's Boston needed a big, and they moved him to get that big, so they weren't too high on him. So I don't know, but I don't like dislike him, but I don't know if he's anything that's game changing for us at this time. Debbie, what's going on? Hello to you. Thank you for pulling up. Thank all you guys for pulling up. I appreciate you guys. Kevin, what's going on? What's better, trading now or off season? Well, you could do both. And as far as better, I think better would be both. Like if you can get something now to help you now that doesn't cost you a first round pick. Like I said, Gabe's money getting out of here might be a blessing because we don't know when he's coming back or if he's coming back and how effective he will be after basically missing the entire season. So I would like to make a move now without giving up a first, without giving up D'Lo, without giving up Austin, without giving up Rui, and then having all of our bullets to fire off in the offseason. And I'm telling you, man, as you go around to a lot of these, well, just in general, online, let's just call it online, whether it be X or whether it be YouTube or whether it be other channels. And I hear a lot of people say who does and doesn't have value around the league, and a lot of them are let's just say they're not very accurate. So there are players who have value that people think don't. And there are contracts that have value going into this summer that people think don't, but they do. And like I said, the Lakers have options here. It's just a matter of what do they want to do and when do they want to do it. So if they want to play it safe, and if you're looking at no first round pick given up, then that's where things get a little murky here, right? But I mean, heck, I could even break down a scenario where the Lakers make a move, get a pick or two, right, and then still use those and still get out of here with moves and still keep their 3 picks. Like there's a world where that could happen, right? No one's really talking about that angle. No one's talking about that. So what I'm saying is, if the Lakers get crazy and Rob wants to get crazy, there's something he could do that might not be popular, but there's things he could do that could make a move on this team this year, keep the picks, and improve themselves now and moving forward. So just, like I said, that's it. That's if Rod wants to get crazy. I don't know how local Rob's trying to get, man. I don't know if he's, I don't know if he's if he's trying to get crazy over here, man. But the Lakers have options on the table. It's just trying to see what they prioritize. Are they prioritizing this season to make LeBron James happy and Anthony Davis happy? Or are they prioritizing like AD's future and the Lakers' future and helping this team without sacrificing that? It's hard to pull off all 3 of those. It really is hard to pull off all of those. So if you make a move that can, that's like a lighter side but protects your future, you probably upset LeBron James in his camp, right? But maybe you earn a little respect from Anthony Davis there, right? So and then maybe some of the players on your team, maybe they settle down post trade deadline. You went all in on them. They gain a little confidence, and you keep that continuity. That could have an effect on this team in the positive way. So, and we'll see. And maybe, just maybe, and I'm not saying, I'm just maybe the Lakers doing what's best for the team and their players, and not only LeBron James, maybe that sends a message to this team that gets them to respond the way they did in Boston. Dante, what's going on, my brother? Thanks for pulling up, man. Appreciate you. It's up to you. Nicholas says, anybody else feel bummed out this far? I don't feel bummed out. Honestly, I don't, because like I said, when we went in to start this season, this is the roster we all love. It just hasn't played up to snuff. The roster, they're playing solid right now. This is who we thought they were going to be. Being able to go in and play efficient, play effective, make shots, defend, rebound. AD dominating on both sides of the ball. LeBron picking his spots. D'Lo hooping. Reeves hooping. Vanda was playing great till he got hurt. So we started to see a version of the team that we always thought we were going to have this season. So I'm not really bummed out, because I see the potential in the players kind of snapping out of it. And I think that Boston game, like I told you, that was a battery in your back win, where it got them to see and took notice. It made the players take notice. It made Bron and AD take notice. And maybe most importantly, it made Rob Pelinka take notice. And maybe he goes in on some of these guys. Maybe he doesn't move D'Lo, right? Maybe, like I said, maybe it's a Gabe. Maybe it's a Rui, which I wouldn't love to see. But, if Rui was just able to guard wings, I think he'd be damn near untouchable. But because he can score, he's not a great rebounder, he's not a great defender. He's Bron's backup. I'm kind of thinking, he might be the one that's unsafe, but we're going to have to wait and see. There's a lot of redundancy there. Yeah, shout out to my brother Search. We definitely miss my guy, man. If you're listening to Search, we love you, man. Hope to have you back soon. Prayers up to Search and his family dealing with a family emergency. He will be back. And God bless Search, man. Reached out with him, checked on him, and I'll continue to do so, man. So prayers to Search, man. Can't wait to have our brother back, man. Miss Angie B, hello, hello. Hope you're having a good night. Thank you for pulling up. Empire Jeff TV's own Angie B. Appreciate you. Joe says, what's going on, Joe? Hey, Jeff, Lakers stay put. What's your take? They do something. I think they do something. I think they do something that's non-crazy. And I think they get very, I think they're heavily active in the buyout market. And, maybe they do something that maybe surprises people. But I don't know. I think most of the deals are pretty much have been leaked that are out there. Last year, everyone tries to act like Rob was, like, I'm a Rob guy. I like Pelinka. But everyone tried to act like it was stealth and he only makes moves when you don't see it coming. Again, false narrative. We knew about that trade all season. That Utah deal was out there all season, was there before the season, different variations of that trade. So the whole thing of like Rob operates in silent might be true, but the other teams don't. This stuff comes out. You know what I mean? That Utah trade, Vando, Beasley, Conley, a version of Clarkson, like that was out there all season. That wasn't stealth. What came together in the final stages with the Lakers didn't want Conley. They preferred D'Lo. And that kind of worked itself out in the end. But the framework of that deal, the most part of it, was known. It was going to be that one, the 27 pick. And that package was pretty much known all season. You know what I mean? So that whole thing about, the Lakers, like, it's all stealth. That's a false narrative. It was out there all season. Let's see. Make sure you hit that like button on your way in. Absolutely. Let's check the mathematics since Angie said that. Let's check the stats here. Let's see. We got 80 people in the building. We got 30 likes on the video. So go ahead and drop a like on the video if you haven't done so already, and go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so as well. We're putting a lot of work over here, man. Got a lot of great things coming, not just with the NBA, not just with the Lakers, but with the Dodgers and Major League Baseball. I've got some announcements to make tomorrow that's kind of cool for the channel. And I'm going to have more coming soon. Really, really working on something big for the Dodgers. And like I said, just go ahead and drop a sub on the channel if you haven't done so already. Like the video and become a member. We got 3 different levels of membership over here. We're going to be doing some giveaways real soon on the channel. Appreciate you guys who have subbed already. And make sure to join our room over on playback.tv/EmpireJeffTV. Greatly appreciate you guys. Thank you, Angie. We got Stay Up. What's going on, man? What's up with you? Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. Hanson, what's good, my guy? Thanks for pulling up. Hope you're having a good one. Salute to you as well. I think I answered that one already. Let's see. Tillman for the Celtics is such a good pickup. That would have been an excellent pickup for the Lakers. Yeah, it would have. But teams don't want to trade within their own conference if they can avoid it. That's probably a need for the Lakers. Memphis, could potentially face them for years to come. So any chance they can get, they're going to send that out of conference. So that's not surprising. Let's see. I think Lakers going to make a minor move to save money. I think they're going to make a minor move. The thing with the Lakers with the money is, the Lakers will pay the tax. They'll pay the repeater tax. They'll do things to spend the money, but they're not gonna put the team in heavily in the tax for no reason at all. So that I agree with them on, and I don't mind them doing that. But as far as if they can make a move that helps them now and save some money, I can see them doing that. But I think when it's time for them to go after the guys that they really, really want, and the guys who are like top on their whiteboard, I think they're cool with not worrying about the tax at that point, to be honest. Richard says Jonte Porter looks decent as an option, though. Only seen some highlights. I don't think he's someone's going to get real run. Thanks for pulling up there, Richard. Appreciate you, man. Sally Star, hey, 1992. Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Jerica Fair, what's going on, man? The best in the business, Empire Jeff. Keep doing what you do, brother. You're rising fast. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm happy to have you here. Happy to have you all here. I'm doing my best, man, to put in this time, make this commitment. You know what I mean, and make all the sacrifices I got to do to get up here and try to give you guys the quality content that you deserve. You know what I mean? It's just up here, the slayer of false narratives, man. Just try to give you the actual factuals, just straight content, no BS. So I appreciate you pulling up. I appreciate everyone pulling up. Salute to you guys. And again, I apologize for being out of here the last 2 nights. The weather was just horrific, and Spectrum was just not having it with the internet, man. It just wouldn't happen. I even tried the hotspot, but the weather even took out the 5G tower by my house. It was crazy over here, man. We had telling you, power lines down, trees down, sirens, helicopters everywhere, people wilding out. But they still had banda playing in the neighborhood, man. It was crazy. Sitting out here, it's pouring down rain. You just hear brum, 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 brum. They do not care in LA, man. Nothing stops the party out here, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. Shout out to them, though. I ain't gonna lie. I went over there, got some tacos, though. Fire. Let's see here. That kid Jay, what's going on, man? He said Lakers cooked. Give him time. Give him time. Just wait it up. I don't know about a team on a 3-game winning streak, man. I think they're feeling pretty good about themselves right now. Players playing confident, feeling good about themselves. One IV, what's going on, man? As long as we start getting healthy, I'm cool with this group. If no moves are made, there will be a move. There will be a move. I'm just not saying it's not going to be a major one. I don't think, unless, like I said, unless one of these teams blink, which is possible. It's possible. I'm not going to sit here and slam the door on anything. I can call something unlikely or even borderline unrealistic, but I'm never going to guarantee something because, like I said, the summer is weird. We've never the league has never dealt a trade deadline this close to a summer that's going to be this weird. You know what I mean? And it's also going into a very weak draft. So like 75% of the first round picks for the foreseeable future are owned by like 10, 11 teams. So like all the teams that are out here shopping, a lot of them don't have picks. So all these teams that have players that they want to sell for first round picks, these teams don't really have the picks. So at the end of the day, it's like, you're going out there and guys are like, well, we want this. And every team that's buying is like, well, we don't have that. So what do you want to do? Like, do you want to operate in today's market, or do you want to, you want to be like, or you want to try to hold on to last year's market because we're not there no more. We all went through that, right? Anybody who went through post-COVID, if anyone bought a car, sold their car, bought a used car, a new car, you already knew what it was, man. These used cars were like $7,000 inflated, right? A brand new car, you was paying like $5,000 above sticker. That's that market. Now it's back to normal. There's cars everywhere. They're not selling, right? So it's like, it's just the way it goes. The market dictates things, not these teams, not Pelinka. It's the market. So all these players are sitting around here that teams are overvaluing. That's great that you overvalue them. And typically teams overvalue their own players. But at the end of the day, when you're going out there, the market that you are, that you're trying to sell to doesn't have the funds to pay what you want. You have to be realistic or hold on to them. These other teams, these teams that are in the lottery, or these teams that are not, I don't want to say tanking, but rebuilding. These teams aren't offering you first round picks for these guys. They're not. They want to build through the draft. So if you want to move those guys, you're going to have to deal with the teams that are shopping, and you're going to have to be realistic within the market that they're operating in. DJ, what's going on, my guy? 60 Cent, man. Shout out to my guy Lakers and 5 over there, pausing his workout to come over here and salute y'all in the chat, man. Shout out to you, DJ. Go over to Lakers and 5, subscribe if you have not done so already. Fire content, fire channel. Dope human being, man. Shout out to you, DJ. If you out there working tonight, drive safe, brother. Drive safe. Sally says, the content I've been waiting for. Hey, thank you again. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Weather, the Mother Nature was holding me back. She was legit holding me back. I'm hoping that the weather holds up, man. Like it doesn't go crazy because the internet's holding up right now, even though it's raining again right now. But man, just hoping it holds tight. Appreciate you for pulling up though. Dante says, who says the trade happens during the stream tonight? That would be fire. That would be fire. But like I said, I don't know when or if a trade is going to happen at all. I've talked to some people that cover teams, and they're kind of just like waiting for information too. They're like, well, teams have talked. Like I've heard some conversations that have taken place, but like I said, majority of that stuff is probably leading to nothing and nowhere. Majority of them do anyways, let alone in this type of market. So the Lakers will make some move. I just don't know what it's going to be or who the player for sure is yet. Should the Lakers consider selling bench players for assets, even if it's second round picks? We could actually lose players this offseason. I don't care about any players we can lose this offseason, but I still I still agree with maybe they could do that. Like, look, if you're not going to have any roles for any of these guys, like, and if you're looking to open up another spot, or keep in mind, like the buyout market, like even if you have 3 roster spots open, you're still hard capped. So they may still have to drop one of those minimum guys, like maybe like a Jackson Hayes, a Cam, or even a Christian Wood, like who they're not really, he was just having a trash season. And you can blame whoever you want for that, but that's on Christian Wood too. So maybe they do move him. He has not played great for a while now. So maybe you move one of those 3 and get a second round pick for him, and save that for the summer, or add that into another deal that's going outward. My guy, the graphic guy, what's going on, Chris? Thanks for pulling up, brother, man. I appreciate you, bro. Happy to have you here. Happy to have you here, man. Sally says, I hope they focus on trading Gabe and Hayes Wood for a real center and grab a defender. That's what I'm saying. Like Gabe, I think the Lakers would love. Well, they would love to have Gabe Vincent playing, first of all. So it's not like they're unhappy with the person, but they need a body over there. They need someone. Like they really, really need someone. Like I'm no BS. If they could flip him for Dennis Schroeder right now, I'd do it. Like if you can flip him for Dennis, like and just give them seconds for that, I'd do it, because you can say what you want. He's available. and he's a point of attack defender. We need one of those, and we need a body out there that can play that role. We need a guard who can defend, dispel Austin and D'Lo. Like, we need that like water. Like, we need that. And the longer they go without that, the more their defense is going to struggle. So, like I said, 3-game winning streak right now. You go and you get a point of attack defender. That's going to really help you right now. And if they make any moves, they got the game tomorrow against Denver. If they move a couple guys, the roster's going to be limited. LeBron ain't going nowhere. AD ain't going nowhere. They're most likely playing tomorrow. So, you know what I mean? It's just that time. You know what I mean? So give me 1 second. Looks like I never really look at my phone, but my watch told me that we got a Cash App here. So give me 1 second. And let me see what we got here. So Gilbert, man, Gilbert, shout out to Gilbert, man. Gilbert with a $20 super Cash App, man. Thank you, Gilbert. I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you for your time. Most importantly, thank you for your support, and thank you for your Cash App, man. That's incredible. I still can't believe people don't like. It's just crazy to me still. This is all still surreal, man. If you guys knew, like, just like the messages I get, like encouragement I get, and even DMs from people like around the league that pop in on you, because people watch these YouTube videos, not just mine, a lot of people's. So it's just kind of dope, some of the feedback you get both from the people and from people within the business, and it's just dope. You know what I mean? So definitely appreciate you, man, for like I said, for the Cash App there, Gilbert, and then most importantly, like I said, for your time. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you. Joe Soro, what's going on, my guy? Make sure to head over to Lakers Fast Break, man. Check them out. Great guys over there, great content. And subscribe to them over there, man. Joe says no one wants Gabe or Hayes or Wood. I will disagree on that 100%, Joe, because I've got confirmation that's untrue. But I get where you're coming from. I probably wouldn't want him, I'll be honest with you. But Gabe's contract is not bad, and teams can flip that later. Keep in mind, the new CBA, like I said, you have to think about it differently. Teams are able to absorb, come the summer, trade exceptions and mid-level, full mid, like they can use their exemptions, trade, and the full mid-level, all these different ones to absorb money from them. Being that he only has 2 years left at about $10 million per, Gabe can be moved. Hayes, again, can be moved on a minimum deal. Minimum guys get moved all the time. If Juan Toscano Anderson can be moved, all three of these guys can be moved. Trust me. Let's see. J.A., what's going on? Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you. Can you imagine if the Lakers actually traded Ham? That would be hilarious. The problem is you'd have to have someone that wanted to trade for him. And right now, that's not going to happen. Jeremy, what's going on, man? What's good? Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you, man. Is it possible Lakers can trade Gabe and seconds for Dennis? Yes, absolutely. 100%. 100% can happen. And honestly, it might happen, Max. That might happen. Trey All Day said, let's get the likes up, fam. Absolutely. Let's get these likes up. Appreciate you. Thank you for spending time over here, man. Let's see. What do you think best case scenarios for the Lakers tomorrow and worst case scenario? Best case scenario. I don't know. See, when it comes to the Lakers, I don't know if there is a best case scenario, because it's like no one will be happy even if they do like a move that helps them, but it's not a big name. Everyone is thirsty for just a big trade and a big name. It's probably not an option. So I would say worst case scenario. So a worst case scenario is the Lakers make a move that can help them this year, but isn't crazy, and it Braun is tight about it. Like, he is upset about it, and then maybe there's some chemistry issues again after this. Like, that's probably the worst case scenario is if he's unhappy, and then that leads to some dysfunction there. That's the worst case scenario. I'm not saying that's going to happen. Best case scenario would be the Lakers would get an impactful player without giving up a first-round pick, a la Bruce Brown, something like that. Like, if these prices come down and they're able to get him without giving up a first, I think that might be the best case scenario. Worst case scenario is they make a move that Braun doesn't love and kind of makes it obvious that he doesn't love it, which is very possible. Jeremy says Doug McDermott is a good move that can give us 3-point shooting. Yeah. He's a guy I've got like on my list, but he's probably a buyout guy. So I think he's a guy you can look at. A little older. I don't think teams are really giving up much, going to give up anything. I think he's like 32, 33. He might get bought out. So that's a guy to keep an eye on the buyout market. Warren, what's going on? He said, let's go Lakers. Absolutely. Stay up. Hopefully Rob is cooking right now. Well, Rob is working the phones nonstop. So I heard the Rob's working the phones, and oddly enough, like Rich Paul's already like back channeling for some people about buyouts. So that's the Lakers have like kind of a double agency working here for them, man. It's kind of good. Pros and cons to having Clutch around, right? But that's one of them. Rodell, what's going on? Lakers need more two-way players. Yeah, they do. They do need more two-way players, preferably guards. That's what it is. Like they need guards in the worst way, guards that can guard, and preferably guards that can guard and be a threat to at least make a three, right? That's exactly a need that they would need for sure. Jeremy says Dennis Schroeder might get bought out. He won't get bought out. He's got 2.5 years left on his deal, so I highly doubt he gets bought out. Dennis can be moved. Like if the price tag is salary that can get within limits and some seconds, I think Dennis will be moved. I think teams will trade for him. Craig, what's going on? Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. Warren says Lakers, please keep D'Lo. I wouldn't be mad if they keep D'Lo, but like I said, they've got to, if they can get a Chris Dunn, if they can get a DeLon Wright, if they can get someone off the bench that can help defend, if they can get a Bruce Brown, if they can get a Dennis Schroeder, if they can get some of these guys that can make up for D'Lo and Reeves, as far as just get out there and buy them some time on the defensive or play with one or the other there, like maybe on the floor with D'Lo or on the floor with Reeves, or teams can't just go out there and cause switches on every single play. Someone out there that can be a point of attack defender. That's really, really important. Sally says, I really hope they keep D'Lo too. He's our best shooter and playmaker. Yeah, if you trade away D'Lo, like I said, we're a team that doesn't shoot the three well enough, and that's going to be tough. But it's definitely a tough decision for them right now. But they're definitely they're sorting through it. They're sorting through it. We got a super chat in the building. Vincent, I thank you, man. Once again, appreciate you so much. Let's see, my dad passed away last October. Now my mom is diagnosed with cancer. Can I ask prayers for my Laker family? Listening to Lakers podcast is my only solace. Hey, Vincent, I'm sorry, man. I remember when I remember when your father passed away. So I definitely, damn, man. I'm sorry. Prayers to you and your family. Man, there's really nothing that can be said to help with that, other than we'll pray for you and God bless your family. And if we can contribute in any way, shape, or form to help make you feel better by doing these shows and everyone else doing shows out here, then man, we'll do our best to make sure we do our best to take your mind off of things. I know there's nothing I could say or do that could take the pain away. I'm not gonna act like I have that power. But if listening to all of us collectively talk basketball and talk within the chat makes you feel better, then we're here for you, man. And I'm sorry. And prayers. I remember when your dad passed away, and God bless your mother, man. I hope that she, from what you're talking about it before, she sounded like a strong woman. So, just think positive. Pray to God that she's going to beat this. And I remember you talking about it before. She sounds like a fighter. So just blessings to your mom. And I'm sure that everyone in the chat feels that way as well. And I'm terribly, terribly sorry for what you and your family are going through, bro. It's terrible. Man, I hate hearing news like that, man. Craig says buyouts are our best bet. Well, I mean, it's not our only bet. We need more than that. But yeah, there's going to be some good players available there, I think. Tyrone, what's good, my guy? Okay with trading all our seconds. Yeah, because you can buy more. The Lakers are never going to be in a position where they're in that second apron where they can't go out and buy those. So they can do that. They can. I think that's what you're going to see. I think you're going to see more deals where it's like you saw those second round picks that flew around at last year's trade deadline, like what Golden State did to get GP2 back, and then like what Milwaukee gave up for Crowder, and like these guys were like 4 or 5 second round picks, right? So I think you're going to see, because like I said, these teams want first round picks, but the teams that are looking to buy don't have all these picks. So these other teams are going to have to settle for multiple seconds in order to make that work. And for some, 2 seconds are actually better than a first in some ranges, right? Especially like this year, like 2024 is a very weak draft. So the rumor was that like Atlanta, even if the Lakers had a 2024 available, they wouldn't even wanted it. They're like, a lot of teams are trying to get like New Orleans most likely is not going to take the Lakers 2024. They're more than likely going to take the 2025. So that's what they're sitting on here. And it's going to be a weak draft. So I think you're going to see moves with a lot of second round picks being moved around here. Jeremy says Pelinka doesn't have a great reputation around the league. I'm always worried he gets taxed because of that. From what I've heard is that's a false narrative that Rob actually has a lot of good relationships and a lot of people are cool with him. I mean, I know that came out because when he was an agent, I know a lot of other agents like obviously had a rivalry with him, but as far as people in the league, he was like teams liked dealing with him. You know what I mean? Like as far as when it came, like he wasn't one of these guys that teams hated to deal with, you know. So I always thought that was a false narrative. I've heard that it was a false narrative, but like I said, he's made plenty of deals and plenty of people have worked with him, and he's made deals where, you know, it's not like he gets fleeced on every one of these deals. So teams are willing to work with him. And at the end of the day, these teams got a job to do. And if they can better do something for their franchise, then they're going to make a move whether they like the person or not. If Danny Ainge is going to sit here and make moves with the Lakers because he's hoping on them tanking and falling apart and that 2027 pick benefits them, if Danny Ainge is out here doing moves with the Lakers, then anyone can. You know what I mean? Lakers all day dope. What's going on, my guy? Appreciate you, bro. If we want to keep Bron, we have to get Murray. I'm not getting Murray just to keep Bron. Like, I'm not doing that at this point. Like, if we get Murray because if it helps us this year in the future, I'm to the point I am so far beyond the game of doing everything for LeBron James. This is about, I've talked about this numerous times, 100% about the Lakers. LeBron James is a Laker. So I want what's best for Lakers to be best for him, right? I want him to do well as a Laker. But I'm not going to sit here and go and say we have to overreact and panic because he may opt out of $52 million this summer. Opt out. If you want to leave $52 million on the table, buy. You know what I mean? Where the Lakers are not negotiating with terrorists. You know what I mean? Like that old saying. They're not. I don't see the point in that. Like just making a move just to make him happy doesn't make sense. And to be honest, the Lakers do not control what happens with Murray. They don't. They don't control it. So Atlanta does. So if you want to sit here and even if you want to say, so you guys would want to give up Austin Reeves, a first, a pick swap, and JHS to get Murray just to make LeBron happy. Like that doesn't make any sense to me. Like I would not do that. And under that pretense, I wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? I just wouldn't do it. What's going on, Warren? Appreciate you, bro. Lakers go get Murray. It's not up to them, Lakers all day, dope. Just like Kyrie, it's not up to them. It's not up to them. It takes two to tango. Atlanta holds all the cards. The Lakers hold zero leverage here. None. Like I said, it's not like the Lakers can wake up tomorrow and be like, okay, Atlanta, we'll do this deal. Like, even if they offered Austin, Atlanta's still going to go out there and try to get another pick. They're going to, if a team comes in with 2 first-round picks, it's done. Like, the Lakers still don't have a chance. Move the boy and get DJ. Easy move. I don't even know. Like, what did I say? Oh, I don't even know. Man, I think I'm okay. Like with moving Austin for Murray, but like Austin, a first, a swap, and Jason, that's just too pricey for me for Murray just to make Bron happy. What's going on, Micah? What's going on, my guy? Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you, man. JSJ, what's going on, man? We ain't making a move. We'll be making a move, man. Get them likes up. Absolutely. We'll make a move. May not be a huge one, but don't make a move. You're convinced? Oh, man. If Lakers don't make significant moves to improve the roster, Bron respond by leaving during offseason. What impact would that have on future stars? I mean, the Laker brand is big enough. It's fine. Like I said, the Lakers will get a star. It's not what it is. Like the days of LeBron holding the Lakers hostage are over. He's not that guy anymore. He's 39 years old. He's going to be 40 next year. You know what I mean? Like LeBron isn't that guy that's going to show up and just by him being there alone makes you a title contender. Those years have passed. He's not that dude no more. Like, I love Bron, but let's be honest, he's not that dude no more. If it was that dude, if it was 34, 35-year-old LeBron, 28-year-old LeBron, then you move the world to get this guy what he needs. But he's not that guy no more. He's not. He's just not. Like, we're not going to sit here and give up everything we have just to save a 40-year-old. Micah says, yeah, Jeff, subscriber numbers are moving and the channel is booming. Hey, thank you, Micah. I appreciate you. I don't even know where I'm at, actually. I haven't even looked at my subscriber count. Let's see. I did get any new ones today? Okay, we got some. So we're approaching 1,200. That's what's up. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, like the pace has been great. The people are rocking with it heavy. Like I said, it's amazing, man. The fact that I've been doing this since August. I know people that, I've got like I'm under 200 videos still. You know what I mean? So the pace is great. I know people with like thousands of videos, like hundreds and hundreds of videos. And it's like, they do great work. You know what I mean? And I'm so blessed to be able to get to this number in the short amount of time that I have, but it's all because of you guys, man. It's all because of you guys and the great people that I've worked with, from the Lakers Fast Breaks to Dan, the Lakers fan, DJ over at Lakers in 5, the Kareem Report, like on and on and on and on, like just all the people that I've worked with, and it's all because of you guys. So shout out to you guys, because the channel's growth, as rapid as it's becoming, it's all because of you guys. So shout out to you guys. I greatly appreciate it, man. Geez, what's going on? Thanks for pulling up. Jay Lloyd says, salute, Jeff. Have you seen Mac's little brother, Cam Christie? He's 6'6", and he will let it fly and shoot off the dribble. I haven't seen enough of him, no. I've heard, obviously, but I haven't seen him with my own eyes. Hasbullah, what's going on, man? Agree, it's a weak draft. Yeah, it's a weak draft this year, for sure. Well, projected to be a weak draft. You never know. Someone can come in and play great in the NBA, then didn't stand out necessarily in college. That happens, too. It's projected. I want to be clear. It's projected to be a weak draft. We'll wait and see what happens. Roy, what's going on? Any prediction on what Kobe statue will look like? Will Gigi be included? I'm not going to make a prediction. There's too many great moments they can go from. There's too many things they can pick from. There's just too many. So I have no idea. And then including or not including a Gigi, that's a tough decision. I'm sure Vanessa was heavily involved in that. So I don't know. I'm not going to speculate, because I don't know what it'll be. Like I said, there's so many great moments that it could be. So I'm not entirely sure which one. I'm just happy I wasn't the one that had to pick that. That's for sure. Let's see. Don Terry, yo, what's going on, my guy? He said, what's up, brother? Let Rob work. Hashtag, that's right. What's going on, Don Terry? Appreciate you, man. Yeah, let Rob work. That's what we got to do. And I believe in Rob, man. I do. Like, I understand he said some speed bumps. I understand he did that Westbrook trade. I understand that. But Rob is a solid GM, man. He really is. And narratives removed, he's a solid GM. Things don't always work out. They don't work out for a lot of GMs. Like, at the time you think a move is good, it doesn't work, and then you got to adapt. So obviously that Westbrook trade was a disaster, but I felt the moves he made last season was a good recovery. And I felt, I really liked the moves they did this summer. It just didn't work out. Hindsight's 2020. It's real easy for people to get out there and talk bad about it now, but when it happened, there wasn't really anyone bashing them. So didn't work as expected, but things are starting to come together a little bit now. I still don't know if I trust it, but like I said, I've often said that Rob might be the only person I trust in this equation. Like, it might be. Let's see here. Where am I at here? I think I got some action here. 1 second. Man, we got a new member in the building. Appreciate you, Vegas Dev, man. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Guys, you can always become a member as well. We got 3 different levels, mini mid-level, mid-level, and full mid-level. We're going to have some member-only videos. We're going to have some giveaways given there. So go ahead and become a member over here. Join the team at Empire Jeff TV. And go ahead and subscribe to the channel and drop a like on the video as well. Like I said, we currently have 90 people in the building, 55 likes. So greatly appreciate it if you drop the like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and become a member like Vegas Dev just did. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for your continued support. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Let me see. Let me get back to where I was. Nicholas says, are getting any new intel? I mean, just kind of like what's out there, like the things like when I talk to people, so the people that I talk to are typically people who cover other teams, right? So whether it be bloggers or people that work for the papers themselves, people that work for some bigger companies that covered other teams. They're on the beat there. People that have radio shows in that market who are also part of bigger networks. So it's there's a lot of chatter and a lot of talk and a lot of speculation. So to be honest, most of the stuff intel that I've gotten or talked to them about was stuff I kind of don't really see happening. And some things that I did hear is stuff that's kind of already out there. I did hear a couple of interesting things that I thought were interesting, but I don't see it. But Dallas is trying some things. That's what I could say. Dallas is trying some things. Nothing crazy. And I'm not moving Kyrie. Obviously, not moving Luka. Nothing like that. But Dallas is and it's weird because they're kind of pinned in a little bit there. But Dallas is aggressive out there right now. So I was a little kind of I guess I don't want to say shocked. I was like, oh, okay. But nothing that I can 100% say will happen. But they're like I said, they're being very aggressive. And what I've been telling you guys for a couple of weeks now here is keep an eye on the Knicks. Just keep an eye on the Knicks because they have potential to get crazy. big time crazy. And I don't know if they will. I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know if they're gonna put the pedal to the floor there. But just keep an eye on the Knicks, because the Knicks. I don't want to say the Knicks are holding up the market, but I think if once the Knicks make their move, I think the price on some of these other players come down, because they have a big contract to move in Fournier. They've got multiple picks they can move. It's kind of that team that teams are looking at. Okay, you got the expiring in Fournier and you got picks. Once the Knicks make their move, if they make their move, then a lot of these other guys that the Lakers and other teams have their eyes on, that price probably comes down some. So, not to say that they're holding up the market, but they're kind of holding up the market, because they have an expiring contract and picks that other teams want. So once they fire that bullet, then the market drops a little bit there. So, and they've already went and done the OG Anunoby trade, and with Randall being out, they may pivot to someone that can help fill his minutes right now. And so just keep an eye on them. Like I'm going to keep saying that until it's no longer relevant. But keep an eye on the Knicks. They have a chance to get a little cause some excitement tomorrow. Lakers trade D'Lo for Pat. That would be wild. Oh, hell no. Joe Ingles, what's up, man? I hate to say this, but the Lakers will not make trade, Jeff. I'm so pissed right now. They'll make a trade. I would give up Reeves for Murray in that draft pick. Why not? Cheap deal. I struggle with that. Like, I struggle with it from the fact that maybe not. I don't know. See, I don't think for a second that Austin Reeves is a better player than DeJounte Murray. I don't. I think DeJounte Murray is a better player. DeJounte Murray is, signed to a longer term deal. I've talked about this at length. But my thing with Austin is, man, his fit on this team for that price, I think that's harder to find. Like, you can go out and get guys. Like, if you end up having 3 first-round picks, 2 first-round picks, Braun dips and you move some guys out of here. Like, Austin Reeves is a guy that's a very team-friendly deal and is a very good role player. Those guys are sometimes, I know it's going to sound crazy, but those type of guys are sometimes harder to find and keep and hold and keep on to, sometimes other than stars. You know what I mean? So high-value role players are very, very, very important to winning. And if the Lakers are going to go get other stars and you bring the stars here, but you don't have those high-value role players, that's when you kind of get in some trouble there. So while I believe that DeJounte Murray is a better player than Austin Reeves, I just love having a player like Austin Reeves on a roster and the things that he could do at that money. Micah says, Jeff, you deserve them cash apps, bro. You would have had way more if you would have started your channel a long time ago. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. Like, I'm telling you, man, like I said, the people that reach out, like sometimes it's like, when someone hits you up, that's someone that you've watched or you value, like it hits, you know what I mean? It really hits. And, so the fact that you guys, like I said, it's, mention this stuff on a daily basis, the cash apps, the super chats, the super thanks, the memberships. I get cash apps from people I don't even know who they are. Like, it's not people who are heavily active in the chat. They don't leave any comments. I think they're just people who just listen to the show daily and then just, show their support and go that, but they're not really part of the dialogue, but they show their support. I get a lot of that. And I think that's kind of crazy in its own, right? Because it's just like, they just listen, but it's almost like they're paying to listen, right? Which is crazy. I still can't wrap my mind around it, because obviously the content is free, but they feel the need to support. And it's just incredible. I don't know. This will always be surreal to me. Like, always will. You guys will hear me say that a lot. Joe says, I got confirmation no one wants them. All right. Well, I mean, I had 3 agents tell me otherwise, Joe. Less draft picks are involved. Let's see here. That Inspiration said, I think Wood is gone. Maybe he might be. Pelinka better make something happen. He's going to try for sure. Let's see. Masai taking Gabe and seconds for Dennis. Really? Well, maybe you don't know all the details of what's going on there in Toronto with Dennis, Joe. I encourage you to read up on that. Let's see here. Paramount gets better, Vincent. Absolutely. Dennis and Drummond and a buyout. I think Drummond, they wanted, last I heard, might cost 3 seconds. So that I mean, doable. Dennis, again, doable. it's doable if they don't get a better offer. So what I'm saying is the offers that I'm mentioning are not top tier offers. Like, I mean, maybe I'm wrong for assuming people would understand that. Um, they're not top tier offers. But what I've said numerous times, and maybe I have to say it again, um, as some of these pieces move, the prices then drop on some of these guys. Okay. And I'm telling you, like, I've heard so many names over the last 5 years labeled unmovable. Can't be moved. Can't be, no one wants them. No one will do it without this. No one will do it without that. All of them moved. All of them moved. Don't fall for the narratives, y'all. Don't fall for the narratives. I'm telling you. Tamika, what's going on? Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you. Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate your continued support as always. Let's see here. Hit Stick Stepper. What's going on, my guy? Empire Triple Salute. What's going on with you? Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, prayers for your mom. Out to Vincent, man. Prayers to his mom, indeed, man. Eric the Raids. What's going on, man? What's going on? Thanks for pulling up, and thank you for supporting Vinted up here, man. Appreciate all you guys, man. Jeff, you gave me hope because of your IQ at the basketball. You know how the CBA works and trade works. And right now, I have plenty of hope to make a trade. Hope we can. Well, trade can happen. Like a trade can absolutely happen. I think a trade will happen. But like I said, guys, like I'm telling you, like, and this is what I want you to be. If I can tell you anything tonight, I'm gonna tell you this. Everyone talks about the new CBA, but they don't know the new CBA. You know what I mean? They'll say it like, well, with this new CBA and that new CBA, but they don't know any of the details. So it's like, so when they challenge it, you can see right through the lines. Like you can see right through it, like quick. So this new CBA is a mother. Like, and some of these teams like will do moves for now because they've got 2 or 3 other lines lined up. Like no one thought like what Toronto did earlier. So everyone's complaining about moves that haven't been made and how it's quiet and all that. That's because we already had big moves. We had James Harden move. We had Pascal Siakam move. We had OG Anunoby move. Like we've had bigger moves already. We just had them earlier. We got spoiled a little earlier than usual. So when that happens, then that takes away some of the luster later. And then you have the play-in tournament, which keeps people more competitive. You have a weak draft. You have a new CBA with all kinds of things littered in there that teams are trying to really think twice about what they will and will not do. So this is all real stuff. Like, so which leads to teams hesitating here. And you got organizations that are split. Like you have some people in the organization wanting to like buy and some wanting to sell. And then someone has to make that ultimate decision, which a deadline forces a decision. This is why I said, like Woj said, it's a deadline-driven league. You have half the teams trying to figure out, do we want to, do we not want to? What do we want to do? What do we want to do? Then a deadline comes along and sometimes it helps you make your decision. That's just normal. So I'm telling you, like the same people would have told you that you would have to give away 2 first-round picks to move Russell Westbrook. That was wrong. So it's like the same type of narratives have been debunked time and time and time again. When Jeremy Grant signed, everyone was saying that's the worst contract in sports and no one will ever want to trade for him. People are trying to trade for him. Like no one ever traded for James Harden again. They traded for him. Like no one will ever trade for and spend money on Kyrie again. Dallas traded for him and extended him. Well, re-signed him. Narratives, baby. Richard says, should Max Lewis get some run? Like there were games like where I thought like maybe he should get some run, like those games in Houston, Atlanta, where we were kind of getting killed and the game was over. I would like to see him get some run in games like that. I think that would be kind of cool, but I don't think there's a role for him right now when they get back in the second half of the season, trying to win every win matters. Warren says, I can see Dennis the Menace back. We like his defense. I can see him back too, for sure. Let's go Lakers. Absolutely, Wesley. Big Baby says, would you be shocked if Austin Reeves get traded? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be shocked. I don't believe Austin is untouched. You guys have heard me say this before. I don't believe Austin is as untouchable as people think. I think they're just playing that value up. So when they do put him on the table, if they do put him on the table, then it makes him that much more desirable. But I promise you, if they ever said that Austin is available, teams will line up to get him. I promise you that. I don't think there's no trade imminent. We're probably going to run it back, just add a veteran in the buyout market to improve the roster. But I still think we're making a move. Don't think it's going to be a necessarily major one, but who knows? Chris Dunn or DeLon Wright could help us. Also, backup point guard. Yeah, they can help, but again, the average Laker fan isn't going to know those names, so they'll be disappointed. We can get Murray cheap. Reeves will never be an all-star. Murray may never be an all-star again either. Again, former all-star is not a current all-star. You know what I mean? Lakers always get in trouble when they trade for those former all-stars. So just because someone made an all-star once doesn't mean he's a perennial all-star. Those guys are completely different players. DeJounte Murray is not a perennial all-star. So I'm guessing no trades this year. I mean, keep in mind, D'Angelo Russell was an all-star once, right? We have this. He was an all-star, I think, as many times as DeJounte Murray was. People just don't like to remember that part. Yeah, praise to Vincent for sure. Shout out to you guys for showing love to Vincent, man. Shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to you guys, man. I'd love to see everyone stick together. That's what's up. We need to get Murray. He will help Bron. AD, he is a point guard. We need attacking guards that we can put pressure on the defense. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not against getting Murray, but I'm not giving up everything we have for a guy that's not a perennial all-star. Like, I just don't like. Let me ask you a question. Do you think if we make a move for DeJounte Murray, we're winning a championship? like you guys are just so thirsty for a move. That's all it is. Yeah, facts. Be strong, Vincent. Sounding the fan base of Bulls and Nets are getting frustrated with the lack of moves or commitment to a direction. Why are teams so stubborn? Well, see, like the Bulls have a very dumb organization, like point blank period. And a lot of it might be because of their owner too, because he's got to be just a tough guy to work for. But they're just not a very smart organization at all. Nets, like I said, sometimes guys overvalue their own players. So you got guys out there. If I'm the Nets, you're just kind of in that no man's land there of just irrelevance. If I'm the Nets, like I wipe out I bottom out, completely bottom out. Mikal Bridges is not a star. He's never going to be one. If you got teams offering you 2, 3, 4, whatever first round picks from him, send him out now. Add on top to that return that you got for KD. Send that out now. Get him out of there. He's never going to be the best player on a chip team. Never going to be the second best player on a chip team. Get him out of there. Get him out of there. If someone was calling right now and offering 3 first-round picks for Austin Reeves, I would say to the Lakers, get him out of there. Get him out of there. Like, that's 3 first-round picks. Get him out of there, right? So if I'm Brooklyn, I send out everything. I clear the deck. I rebuild with a new foundation. Ship them out. Get them out of there. Sayonara. Hasta la vista, baby. Get them. Get them out of there. You know what I mean? That's what I would do. That's what I would do. King, I see you, my guy. What's going on, my guy? What's going on? Well, you, Jeff, I'm hoping the Mavs make a move as well. Yeah, man. I hear you, King. Shout out to We Talk Mavs there, my guys over there, man. Not only to my guys, they support shopcourtkings.com. You guys should too, man. Shout out to King, man, rocking the merch on the live streams. Appreciate you, brother. Shout out to King and Rel of We Talk Mavs. Top tier content over there. Trust me when I say it. Not just Mavs coverage in general. Get over there. Check my guys out, man. Incredible guys. Like I said, it's good for you guys to sometimes to go and listen to other teams' struggles and other teams' successes, right? Because you can see, I feel like Laker fans feel like we're the only people dealing with these things. But if you go back and watch that, the show that I was on, We Talk Mavs show, if you go over there and watch, a lot of their same issues from coaches to players to front office to ownership, very similar to your Los Angeles Lakers. So it is not just us that deals with this stuff. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. It is not just us. Not at all. Not at all. So let's see. Let me get back to where appreciate you, King, for pulling up, bro. Lamont, I see you, brother. I see you in here, bro. Thanks for pulling up, my guy. Appreciate you. Well, looking like the Lakers are going to hold. I think they're going to hold to a point, Lamont, but I still think they do something. Probably not major, but I still think they do something. Let me get back to where I was here, trying to find my place. Where was I? Okay, there we go. To James Caldwell. What's good, my guy? Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you, brother. We got Eric the Raids. Braun can kick rocks if that's the case. Hey, look, I'm not saying Braun get out. I don't want to come off as that. I hope he stays. You know what I mean? To an extent, like stay, but like let the Lakers do what's best for them too. It doesn't have to always be purely about him. If he can kind of get on that side of thinking, I think the partnership would be better moving forward. And that's no shade to him. You know what I mean? I think it's been a good relationship. I think they both benefited from each other. It doesn't have to end bad. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to end bad. You know, just bite just swallow your pride a little bit here. And I had this conversation with Young Africa, and I'm telling you, he's not willing to pass the torch yet. No matter what he says, he's not willing to pass the torch. And I think this is the first time since he's been a Laker that he's starting to see even his own teammates and probably his own co-star start to push back and not fear him as much. So you ever seen like a lame duck coach or a president in his last couple months? And it's like all that love and respect people gave to you because they had to, and fear because they had to, it starts dwindling away. I'm just saying, it's starting to feel like people are starting to not fear LeBron's power as much. And it was a matter of time before that happened. And I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying it's starting to feel like they don't fear it as much. Now, call me crazy. That's fine. I'm just saying. I don't know if it's a coincidence that Anthony Davis walks right up to Darvin Ham right by that camera and gives him a huge bear hug before every single game. Smile from ear to ear. I don't know if that's a coincidence, y'all. I don't know. I'm just one guy watching sports. I don't know. But I don't look like a player that hates his head coach. I can tell you that. James said, yeah, prayer to Vincent, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to everyone showing love to Vincent, man. That means the world, man. If the Lakers get Murray, they still need a backup guard. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it doesn't stop there. I'm tired of these DeJounte Murray trade. Hope the Lakers get DeLon Wright or Chris Dunn and a backup point guard. There's a lot of guys I would like to see him get. How you feel about Dennis Smith Jr. and second for Christian? See, I like Dennis Smith Jr. He's got grit. He's got dog in him. Like I said, the Lakers need dogs, man. Lakers need dogs. I like Dennis Smith Jr. I like the fact, his problem is never one problem. His issues were never his talent. A lot of it was the off-court stuff. But he kind of had a resurgence there in Charlotte. So I think I think he could be a solid player. I don't know what the market is for him, but I think he could be a solid player. Legit no trades happened. Nah, what's up, controversial? What's up? Been waiting all day and only 3 moves, deadline boring. Well, yeah, it's boring right now. Like I said, there just isn't a game-changing guy out there right now. So there's nothing the teams have to go crazy and bidding against. Like I said, we had our big deals early this year. There's a lot of things leading up to a team still in the play-in hunt. Like even the Chicago Bulls, like they're sitting back. Reinsdorf's probably like, I can get some more money here by keeping my team active here. If we get into a play-in and I get into the playoffs and get at least 2, maybe 3 playoff games and get that revenue, he cares about that more than any winning. I can tell you that. So like I said, it depends on how these teams are thinking. And some of these guys are holding on because of the play-in. So the play-in tournament has almost killed the trade deadline in some circumstances. Because if you think about it, right? 16 teams make the playoffs. Another 4 make the play-in structure. That's 2/3 of the league, right? That's 2/3 of the league. The other third of the league owns 75% of all the first-round picks moving forward for the next handful of years. So when you just look at all these numbers and all this math, you can see what it kind of does to a trade deadline. Well, you got all the teams who don't need to trade for these players having the picks, and they're not going to spend them. And then you got a bunch of teams that are kind of in mediocrity in the middle, trying to decide if they're going to go all in. Are they going to buy? Are they going to sell? Is those 2 or 3 potential home games in the playoffs worth more than the next 3 years of your future? And then you got ones who think we can get in now and still build later. So it's all just like how you see your team, and it's your philosophy and your strategy. It's pretty much what it all boils down to. So it really could kind of destroy this trade deadline. Like really, and it kind of has this week, because typically you start seeing stuff by like Tuesday, Wednesday is busier, and the Thursday gets crazy. I still think we'll see at least 10 deals tomorrow. But Woj said it best. Like you're probably not going to see a lot of 1 through 4, but you might see a lot of 7 through 10 guys moved. Like from a from a rotational perspective. So I don't know, like if we should even like I've been telling you guys this for weeks. There was a point early in the season where I thought things would get crazy this year if teams just started like blowing things up. But there was definitely a point where I thought that. But as it got closer and more into it, and December 15th came along, and no one was just like rushing to do anything outside of Toronto, who had pretty much made their mind up that they had their eyes on. They've been talking with New York for a year. And I told you guys this in July. Indiana overpaid Bruce Brown for a reason. I told you he would be traded. I told you the Lakers were going to be trying to trade for him. I've been telling you guys this since July. So Toronto's literally had a plan for a year. All right. So that didn't just come together. Like that had been being worked on for a long time. And they got the offer they wanted. They knew it probably wouldn't be topped at the trade deadline, so they took it then. Everyone else that's working right now is working in a whole different scheme of things right now. Jose Sandoval, what's up, my guy? Jeff, we need to call DJ Banga. Shout out to DJ Banga, man. I haven't heard that name in a while, man. Braun and Clutch have an amazing relationship. Is there a risk of damaging Clutch connection? Well, I mean, like I said, as long as the Lakers are communicating with them, like I'm pretty sure the Braun will know whatever deals are made or not made prior to them doing it. So the Lakers, at the end of the day, kind of like how Clutch had to make up with New York, because it's just ridiculous to cut out the number one market in the sport. So no matter what their relationship is, if you sit back and think that they're not going to want any of their players to play for the Lakers, that would damage the brand and the business for them. So it wouldn't make any sense, even if they're tight about something. This is LeBron's last year and last chance to win a chip with the Lakers. Why are we standing pat? Well, we still have no one has said we're standing pat. Like we have to wait and see. Let it play out. Patrick, what's going on, man? You can't trade for the sake of just trading. I'm sure the GM knows this. Yeah, that's facts. I hope the Lakers make a move tomorrow. I'm not falling for the D'Lo hot streak. Can't keep doing this. D'Lo Reeves backcourt gets a defensive point guard next to Reeves. I'm not going to say D'Lo can't keep doing it. I don't think this is just D'Lo on a hot streak. I think it's D'Lo playing in its proper position, his proper role, with the ball in his hands, with the freedom. I think Darvin is starting to listen to his players a little bit. I think those meetings with D'Lo have helped. And this probably is who D'Lo should have been all season if he was used correctly. He wasn't. And now he's playing in a better role right now that he's more suited to be in. And the Lakers and him are benefiting from it. Now, can he hit a cold streak? Sure. Like, can he get injured again? Sure. But at the end of the day, like, I'm not going to sit here and say, like, this can't be sustained. I mean, he's not going to get 30 every game, but I think D'Lo can average 22, 23 points a game the rest of the way. I think he could. We got, let's see here. We got about 90 people in the room right now, 68 likes on the video. So drop a like if you have not done so already. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already as well. Appreciate everyone who has done so. And head on over to our playback channel, playback.tv/EmpireJeffTV to watch me call not just Laker games, but NBA basketball games live over there. I have 20 free VIP tickets as part of my creator deal with them that I can give 20 people free league pass while they watch the games with me. We basically get the same league pass that the NBA players get. No blackouts, no matter what the game is, national TV, your hometown, it doesn't matter. First 20 people in there get the VIP pass when we do the games. So shout out to you guys who have become a member already. Playback.tv/EmpireJeffTV. Pull up over there. Lakers Fast Break is on there as well. Dan the Laker Fan is on there as well. Lakers in 5 is on there as well. Lakers Nation is on there as well. A lot of people are on there as well. A lot of your Laker community is over there. So go support all of us, not just myself, over there on playback.tv. Appreciate you guys who have done so already. Let's see. Roy says, yes, exactly. Let's see. Gabe for Bones Highland. We need to worry about winning now. Gabe's not coming back soon. The Clippers aren't doing that deal, though. Clippers aren't doing the deal to help the Lakers. That's for sure. Wouldn't make sense for them. Yes, sir. Had to become a member. Fire content as always. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you. So speaking of, man, New Orleans went in and kind of just handled this Clipper team off top, man. This game, it's 112-101 right now with 2 minutes to go in the fourth, man. I got my nephews, my brother-in-law, I got some people's at that game rooting against the Clippers tonight. So I got my family in the building out there tonight. That's what's up. Pelicans look pretty good off the jump in this game. They look like they wanted it more out the gate. And right now up 11 points with about 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the fourth. Looking like they're going to close this out. Clippers just got a bucket and the Pels a turnover. So things, this is probably the last 15, 20 seconds here. Kawhi's on the bench, though. Paul George on the bench. Harden's on the bench. So it looks like Ty Lue waved the flag here. So looks like they're succeeding here. So, not succeeding here. Looks like they're quitting here, man. Okay, let's see here. Mavs looking at Rui. I can't speak on what the Mavs are doing because, like I said, someone was talking, and like I said, it was kind of one of those off the record things. So it's not my news to break. Dallas is looking at Andrew Wiggins. That could help their team. They're definitely looking at it. I don't know if that's a good move for them, though. That contract is not great. Empire, did you see JHS numbers in the G League? He averaged 19 points per game, has a solid shooting percentage. Hopefully he can develop to be solid. Yeah, again, people overreacted to him too early, too. He's a guy that's not going to get many minutes on here. He was hurt early. This isn't a year I judge his progression. Obviously, you can see something right away if a kid's like got star potential. I never thought he had star potential. I mean, maybe he can shock the world, but I don't look at him and see. But again, you don't win in the draft consistently by getting nothing but stars. You win in the draft and have a good scouting department when you draft really high-level role players and good role players. Again, people undervalue the value of these type of players. When you look at what San Antonio did around Duncan, right? Just look at what they did and then the role players they brought in and what they built into their system. Now, I understand the Lakers have challenges in multiple areas when it comes there, not the Spurs, organizationally, right? But what I'm saying is you win in the draft by filling out your roster with really good players 1 through 8. You're ideally 2-star players, a fringe guy that could be a borderline all-star because he's playing off the greatness of 2 other players, and a bunch of guys who are capable. So if you go out and you draft like a Max Christie, you draft a guy like a Austin, well, not undrafted. You get a guy undrafted, Austin Reeves. You get a guy like JHS and see what he becomes. Maybe a Maxwell Lewis can contribute in some type of way, right? These are guys, like I said, that can contribute down the road, but they take time. It's ridiculous and a little bit crazy to look at a teenager or a 20-year-old and think you're going to know how the next 10 years of their NBA career is going to play out. Like, that's just insane. None of us know for sure. These guys put working over the summer. They get a second summer league out there. They get in the G League. They get reps. Like, they don't practice during the regular season most of the time with their teams. They're not out there putting any real work. They're it's different. You know what I mean? With these guys who have to get out there and get real game time experience. And these players were never going to get that on this Laker team. So it hinders their development a little bit, which is why he should have been in the G League this whole time. Eric Kwan says Dallas would probably have to include Grant Williams and Tim Hardaway Jr. to get depth piece. Yep, facts. Gilbert says, what up, Laker fan? What's going on, Gilbert, man? Appreciate you. Thank you for pulling up. Thank you for being a member once again. Let's see. Got to Lamont's comment earlier. Appreciate you, Lamont, for pulling up, man. Appreciate you, bro. Let's see. Trying to get to all these comments here, guys. I'm working, man. Let's see. The Warren says, get Dennis the Menace back. I would take Dennis back. I liked him last year. I really did. Christian Wood is the one that gets traded. It's possible. Very possible. DeJounte for Austin would be an upgrade. I say we take it. An upgrade is an upgrade. So again, in a vacuum, yes, it is. But if the Lakers have their eye on a bigger target, and maybe not one that's been leaked yet, and they know it's going to cost them about 3 first-round picks, and then it comes out that the only reason you didn't get them is because you were 1 first-round pick short, I think the fan base would be a little upset about that. Empire, I think if we do end up making a trade, it's going to be Ruhach that will get moved. All of a sudden, Coach Bump made Ruhach a starter close to the trade deadline. Bet. Well, I mean, a lot of that was Rui getting hurt. Vando getting hurt, going out. Christian Wood's ineffectiveness, and Braun was out too. So a lot of those things kind of led to that. But again, it wouldn't surprise me if Rui is moved because he can't guard wings. He's Braun's backup. He doesn't rebound great. And while I like Rui, I think the Lakers may prefer keeping D'Lo over him at this point. May. What has some value? He does have some value. What's the last draft choice in range 15 through 30 that has made significant contributions to a team? I mean, Kyle Kuzma. What? There's a lot of guys who've been drafted 15 through 30 that can contribute to a team. Now, it doesn't mean they're going to be all-stars. It doesn't mean that they're going to be high-value people. Jaime Jaquez Jr. this year, right? Everyone has put Whitmore in the Hall of Fame already. He was drafted after ours, right? So again, there's a lot of guys 15 through 30 who can really help a team out. They do often, all the time. I mean, look where we drafted Derek Fisher back in the day, right? Look at where these guys go. If you look at some really good players, I mean, look at Jokic, where he got drafted. He got drafted during a Taco Bell commercial. It wasn't even shown on TV. Like, there's so many guys who were drafted after the 15th pick that went on to be great players or really good role players. The Lakers should trade any player not named LeBron or AD for Murray. Now, don't give up the farm, but Murray is a good fit. The team comes first over any player. That's right. That's right, John. And like I said, if it's reasonable, but like I said, the Lakers got their eye on something bigger, and they feel they will. They feel they're gonna have a chance at something. I think we should keep Wood. He can help in the playoffs with more minutes. Well, there's can and will. We've seen what he gets when he gets minutes. We've seen when he gets when AD's out and he gets to start. Christian Wood has not had a great season. You can put some of that on Darvin Ham. I'm fine with that. You can put it, some of it on Christian Wood, obviously, too. But these guys, like Christian Wood, just gets lost out there sometimes, man. Trades don't start going off until the day of the deadline. Last year, the big ones. Yeah. So, like I said, there's still time. There's still time. Let's see. Okay, I got the Kings chats earlier. Appreciate you, man. Hi, Jeff. Any news? Just woke up. I'm in the UK. Hey, Darius. Nothing really to speak on right now, but should obviously we'll know more by tomorrow for sure. King says we're getting DFS back at least. That would be a great pickup for you guys. I heard that too, which is kind of funny. I'm very interested. Very interested to see what the price for him ends up being. Very interested to see what Brooklyn settles on. I think it'll be less than people think. I think it definitely could be less what's been reported. So I'm just interested to see what that is. But I want to see what he goes for. Definitely want to see what he goes for. Joe says Reinsdorf is a no. Yeah, absolutely. He absolutely is. That's a great term there, Joe. Let's see. Shout out Joe. Was Gerald in here? I didn't see Gerald. Shout out to Gerald if he's in here, man. Lakers signing Taj Gibson and calling it a day. Hepatitis. Oh, that's funny, man. We ain't holding. Yeah, I don't think we're holding. Mr. 81, what's going on, man? Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. Hopefully Lakers get DeJounte Murray. Hey, I hope they do. I just don't think it's realistic. Holding out for the whole Donovan Mitchell in the summer is a pipe dream, in my opinion. What if I told you that's not their target, Nico? Woo! Richard says, wonder if Kenya Martin Jr. or Jalen McDaniels will be on the market. I don't know. I haven't heard their name too much, to be honest. I can't believe Stephen A. Smith said Clippers winning it all this year. We've heard this before. They do this. They do this as soon as the Clippers get going, and if they lose 3 to go, they're like, they are despicable. Like you can hear them they just flip flop over there, man. There's no real journalism anymore. Real journalism anymore. Pelinka might have his sights on the buyout market. Who do you think he will target, and who are your wish lists? I don't know for sure who will be available. But I would link Gordon Hayward right at the top of the list. Any legit or like serviceable big right at the top of the list. I know people talk about Kyle Lowry. I mean, I wouldn't mind him being the vet, but playing significant or important minutes, I don't know about that. If you can get Lowry for like 10 minutes a game, then I could put up with it, but it's not something high on my list. But waiting to see, like, again, if there's a move that's made close to the deadline for a player like a Buddy Hield or something like that, and then wherever he ends up as a team that's not going to extend him, has no need for him, and they kind of just do right by him and his agent and buy him out to earn that favor back later. He's a guy, like I've mentioned throughout the season. I'm not saying it's going to happen, nor am I guaranteeing it, but I think there's a chance that Indiana moves him, and there's a chance he gets bought out. I really think there's a chance. Stephen A. Smith predicts like Cleo. Facts. What about Clay? So Clay, like, I think I told you guys my perfect trade for both teams between the Bulls and the Warriors. Well, that kind of blew up now. So there could still be a version of that trade that happens, but it probably doesn't involve Clay now. Clay is, like I said, that's going to be a real tough pill to swallow for Golden State. Like that is, that's hard. Like I can't remember the last time Golden State has been together at least 12 years ish, right? I can't remember a team that its core 3 or 4 that was together this long, and they traded like Clay. If he got moved, like the organization would have to sell that to the fans. Steph would definitely have to sign off on that. Like that's just messy. Like they would have to really, really reach a stone cold business decision there, like just full-fledged, cold-hearted. I don't know if they have it in them. And again, Steph would have to sign off on that. And I don't know if he has it in him to sign off on that. I don't know if he has it in him to say, yeah, get the guy out of here who was part of 4 championships with me. One of my best friends probably in the world, my backcourt mate for my entire career. Just say to increase my legacy and give me something to play for later on. Like, I don't know. I don't know if Steph, like Braun would do it. I'll tell you right now, Braun would do it. I'll tell you right now, Braun would do it. I don't know if Steph will do it. Big Baby says, would you be shocked that the Lakers didn't do any moves and just kept the roster how it is? Uh, well, the roster is not going to be how it is because there will be buyouts. Shocked. I'd be surprised if they didn't do even like a small trade, even if it's like something like sending out like someone like a Hayes, Wood, or Reddish, like a like a minimum guy, just to get it out of there, open another slot. Like I'd be surprised if no move was made. Yes, I would. No moves is more likely than moves. Definitely more likely than a bigger move, but I think we get some move for sure. Right after Kobe tore his Achilles, former Lakers athletic trainer Gary Vitti asked him if he wanted a wheelchair. Kobe responded, "Yeah." Well, Kobe's different than everyone, man. I'd rather stand pat. Only trade I do is trade Hayes for anything. Yeah, people are kind of like on the Hayes bandwagon right now, but I'm not buying it. He's not a guy that has done this in long stretches for any point of his career. I would love to be wrong on that. I would love to see him do well, but even some of those games, like he has moments in those games, but like I said, there's one game he came in and like he was just immediately like -9 in a game they were up 12. Like, how does that happen? But it's just I don't trust him like down the stretch. It's Joe. I go on the next rant. Joe, we call it Kevin Laurent, aka Joe over here, man. Right? Rants will always be available. Joe's got rants on tap, bro. It's on tap. It's ready to go. Nicholas Clark says it's been reported that a team was willing to trade 2 first-round picks for DFS. What team do you that? I'm not buying that, Nicholas. I don't think that's true. Brooklyn is wilding if they turn that down. Wilding if they turn that down, which I don't. I don't think that's true. I do not think that's true. I talked to a Nets blogger, not like an official like anyone that works at anything like that, but they laughed at that. Like, no way. They would have jumped on that. Like I didn't believe it when I saw it. And not that I could say I confirmed it because it's not like an official thing, but I talked to people who covered, basically covered that team and a lot more informative on it than I am. And they literally laughed. They literally laughed. They're like, Jay, you really believe that? I'm like, no, I don't, but I just trying to figure out like like, man, because these reports are just wild, man. Clippers aren't fooling anybody. Like Elder says, we call the Clippers the strippers because they will always expose themselves for people to see. Whoa. Oh, man. That's hilarious, right? Oh, man. Let's see. Micah says, put a defensive point guard next to D'Lo. That would be ideal, right? Murray next to D'Lo is better than Murray next to Reeves. Well, yes and no. Because Murray's not a great shooter, so you'd probably want someone who can shoot. There's pros and cons to both, though, Micah. Sally said, okay, talking to Micah. Sorry, minding my business. They need to trade for one of the deadlines. I think they will. Lakers' lack of moves due to the GM playing games rather than reviewing cap sheets and calling other teams GMs. Maybe. You're not crazy, Jeff. True Laker fans are starting to get fed up. Trading our championship squad for Westbrook. LeBron seemed more focused on scoring title than our team. My friends say trade him. No, that's what I'm saying. Like there's been a couple of like I'm okay with the Lakers not putting LeBron first because if he's not putting the Lakers first, I'm okay with that. Like I will always be okay with that. You know what I mean? It's Lakers first. Always has been, always will be. Starts at 10. Oh, that's you guys are doing one tomorrow too? That's what's up. Make sure to check out Lakers Fast Break. I'm doing one at the same time, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. tomorrow. Joe, what time is yours guys going to? 10 to what? Damn, I wish I could pull up over there. Looks like we're gonna be doing the same time. Maybe if I got panel people, I could slide out for like 15 minutes and pull up over there. But make sure to check out Lakers Fast Break. They're gonna have excellent coverage tomorrow, man. Why is everyone so scared to move Reeves for Murray? It's no damn brainer. I'm not scared. Like I said, in a vacuum. Again in a vacuum. It's different. But the Lakers have their eyes on something that they feel they need to have a certain amount of assets to get, and I don't think they're blowing that up for DeJounte Murray. I just don't think they are. No, Tyrone, you're welcome. Like I said, I don't know exactly what I said, but I said a lot. But I'm always honest, man. I'm always honest. Even if I see something different, like I'm not lying. It's just how I see it. Doesn't mean I'm right. I could be wrong, but I don't sit up here and speak the opposite of what I think is true. You know what I'm saying? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm okay with that. I'm going to be wrong. You know, I'm gonna have times when I'm wrong. I'm gonna have times when I'm right. I'm not one of those guys that have to be right. I don't. If I'm wrong, I will admit it, and I actually appreciate the lesson. So, like to me, being wrong has nothing to do with pride with me. It's an opportunity to learn something, right? So, I don't have to be right. Being wrong is fine. Maybe I misjudged something. Maybe I read something wrong. Maybe I misquoted something. Maybe I looked at the wrong number in the salary. Like it's very easy. It's very easy. My brain is all over the place, man. You know what I mean? So um, I'm never, I think too many people are afraid to be wrong publicly because they think it gets held against them. Whereas me, like, I'm just saying, my bad. Damn, I can't believe I missed that. You know what I mean? Let's see. Minding my business here. Hey, Jeff, do you think the Lakers will make a trade? Yes, I do. Let's go Lakers. That's right, Wesley. Thanks for pulling up. Okay, I think they're talking to each other here. I think it's a Boston year. They have depth. They don't have depth though. Like Boston has a strong starting five, but they do not have depth. They fall off a cliff after that sixth spot. So one significant injury and that team is in trouble. I'm not convinced with them because they still fall into that habit of just jacking up threes when they get into trouble, and that happens far too often. And I'm not. I think they're very good. That starting five is ridiculous, but they can be beaten. They can be beaten. Yeah, facts. That's just what I was talking about, Joe. The Xavier Tillman trade is a big one for Boston. It's not a game changer. He's still an undersized big who plays with hustle, but he's not going to get like starters minutes, right? So he's solid, but he's not a game changer. We can't let Boston get to 18 first. And if you are physical with Porzingis, he starts to float past the 3-point line. Facts. That's crazy to believe, seeing that they have two max guys in Boston. Yeah, they have two super max guys in Boston, and man, their money is, and they got Jrue Holiday making like his player option next year is like 36 million, right? Like their books are about to be nuts. Oh my God, they're about to be nuts. Damn, I really hate that franchise. I don't hate any team. Like I really don't. I hate losing to teams. I hate losing to the Celtics. I love beating them. I don't hate them. I respect their history. But I love beating them. I hate losing to them. Hey, Joe, do you think the Lakers will make a small? Oh, talking to Joe. Sorry. Minding my business. Minding my business. Tatum and Brown need to be broken up after this year if they don't win it. It'll be very interesting summer in Boston. I'm telling you. Let's see. The Mitchell rumor is a pipe dream. Other teams could easily outbid our offers, especially when the 2024 draft class is so underwhelming. Nicholas, I'm telling you, the Lakers will check in on Mitchell, but he's not their top target, not their top. And also keep in mind, if they were zeroed in on him, and if that's who they wanted, and if Donovan Mitchell wanted that to happen, he only had 1 year left on his. He can opt out early. He'd only have 1 year left, so he would hold leverage there. So it'll get interesting, but that's not the Lakers' top priority. They're going to check on him if the top priority dries up, but he's not their top one. If they can use a couple seconds late at the deadline when a team finally realizes they can't get what they want, yep, exactly. That's what I've been saying. Soon as, like I said, if New York makes a move, man, some of these prices are going to drop, man. 3-point shooting is undervalued, and a good wing player and maybe better backup big. Shooting is always valued, bro. I understand why the Lakers had too many rumors is because the Lakers are one of the biggest markets in the NBA. The biggest markets, biggest stars. Like it's the Lakers, man. It's the biggest draw in the sport. The Knicks are the number one market, but they're not the biggest draw. You know what I mean? It's the Lakers. Any sneaky summer trade is Jaylen Brown. Might be onto something. Joe, who? Okay, mind my business. Let's see. Let me see. They say Empire Jet's voice and delivery was made for basketball commentary. Hey, thank you, Joe. I've been talking basketball a long time, just new to YouTube. But thank you. I appreciate that, man, because I know you wouldn't just say that for no reason. So I appreciate you. Thank you. And I have a lot of love and pride and passion talking basketball commentary. So I hope that shows because I love it to death, man. It's one of my favorite things to do in the world, man. Lakers should trade for Desmond Bane. Yeah, I like Desmond Bane, but that's not happening. Like he just signed that extension. He's about to get crazy paid. Memphis is definitely not moving that. Memphis isn't moving. I don't believe, obviously not moving Ja. Not moving Bane, not moving Triple J, and I don't believe they'll move Marcus Smart. I would wish they would, but I don't believe they will. I think Kennard might get moved tomorrow. I think there's a chance he moves. But I don't think any of those other guys in Memphis will become available. I like Drummond as our backup big. I wouldn't mind Drummond. I wouldn't mind him. I know a lot of people don't like from 2021, but he's not the same player anymore as far as thinking he should, his role. Drummond's younger than people think. And like I said, it's 2021. He got hurt like immediately when he got here. Just didn't work out. Like he had a couple good games, but that game in Brooklyn when he's had some good moments for us, but he got injured. The whole team got injured. Caruso was down at the end, AD down at the end. Bron's ankle wasn't right. Dennis got COVID like twice in like the fastest frame of anyone ever getting it in the world. There was a lot going on that bubble tax was real that year. But I'm okay with he had another 16 game the other night. Like Drummond is the type of big that we've been complaining that we want. Like he would be really, really good to get. Okay, you got to spill the beans about the Lakers dream target. No, I'm not doing that. That'll be later. Definitely not doing that because it's not pertinent now. It's not pertinent now. Other than the Lakers feel they have a shot at something. EJ sounds like the voice from all the peeps in the early 90s during Big East games. Yeah, for real. I used to listen to that all the time, man. For sure. My puppy is going, what the? This dude, man. This dude. Appreciate you, Joe. Juan, what's going on, man? He goes, hey, I heard the Lakers are not making a trade. Is that true? I wouldn't say it's true. We'll see. And anything is still possible tomorrow. Look, guys, I'm telling you. There is a world we live in where tomorrow morning the Lakers wake up, they call Atlanta, and Atlanta's like, all right, let's get this done. There's a world where that could happen. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen, and nor am I going to say that it's likely. But there is a world that we live in tomorrow that it can happen. They could be talking about it now. So while I think, and while I've said that I don't think it's going to happen, I think it could. It's not impossible. I think the highest I got was 60-40. I've come down from that. I would say it's 40-60 now. 40-60. But it's not zero. It's not zero. So there is a world where we live in where Atlanta decides tomorrow, okay, we'll make this happen. We've either got a third team lined up that we've been sitting on. Like, I don't remember who wrote this, but I saw somewhere it said between the two of them, it might come down to who blinks first. And if Atlanta just says, okay, look, they're not offering Reeves. We've got a third team lined up for D'Lo. Give us the first. Give us JHS. Give us the swap. We'll reroute D'Lo, or we'll take D'Lo, whatever it is. Let's get this done. Maybe that happens. Maybe Atlanta's sitting back waiting on another team to do business with them, and then that team makes another move. Then Atlanta just is like, okay, let's just do this now. Maybe they have committed to moving him this year. Maybe they don't want to go into the summer. I think there's a chance that they still will go into the summer if they feel they can get more. But let's say that even if they feel they can get more, they just want to be done with this. Like, I don't know where their heads are with it. I don't know where they are with it yet. I don't know if they're like, it's trade deadline or bust for them. I don't know. No one does but them. But we're going to find out. Sorry, my puppy is tap dancing over here. I don't know, but we're going to find out. And we're going to find out tomorrow by 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. But if I had to guess, DeJounte Murray will not be a Laker. But I wouldn't put all my money on it. I'll tell you that right now. Because like I said, there's a world we live in where tomorrow they wake up, they speak to each other, or they've been, Jesus, this dog. Or they're talking tonight, and then they agree, okay, let's talk again in the morning if nothing presents itself. Because guys, listen. The oh my God. Dude, did you? Oh my God. Sorry, this dude is full-fledged like Olympics in my house right now. This dog is doing parkour. Anyways, guys, like I said, the Lakers literally had the contract ready to go for Bruce Brown on July 1st. Well, obviously, I know the moratorium when it could be signed, but agreement in place was pretty much done by July 1st. Bruce Brown said there's something that might be happening here. And if I'd have to take it if it happens. But if it's within, even if it's like 2 or 3, even 4 million more, I'm still going to go to you guys. But if they get crazy, I have to take this. Like I heard that he was completely transparent with the Lakers in it. And it ended up being Indiana moving Duarte to Sacramento to open up the space to give him that $22 million. But he was basically a Laker to the point where the Clippers thought the Lakers had him and were trying to make a move to kind of overshadow it. Like, you can go back and watch all the shows around that time. I was talking about this. Then I said they will be looking to trade for him the second he becomes able to be traded, and they'll be checking in with Indiana all season leading up to that, trying to get him. Because that deal was just about done. And then it wasn't. So like I said, things have a way of pivoting at the last minute, changing. Something you thought was done that isn't. Something you thought was impossible is now possible. These things happen. I was just using the Bruce Brown one as an example. And the Lakers very well may still end up with him. But like I said, things can change rather quickly. And these teams are talking. It's not like LA and Atlanta aren't going to talk before the deadline. They'll probably talk multiple times. But again, like I said, it doesn't mean it's going to happen, but there's a world where it could. So while I've been saying forever, I don't think it's going to, I'll be the first one to admit I'm happy I was wrong if it does. The Pacers hate us. They overpaid Bruce Brown to keep him away from us. They didn't, though. They didn't. Like I told you, when they did that was foresight. They knew that they wanted to make a move without giving up one of their guys in their core. They tried to make Buddy Hield available, didn't give him an extension. They're still trying to move him. But what they did was, Patrick, they inflated his deal to make him movable so they can go get, like I told you, Toronto and Indiana have been talking for almost a year on Pascal Siakam. The Knicks and Toronto have been talking for over a year on OG Anunoby. The Pacers knew they had to get enough salary going out without giving up any of their core. So they overpaid Bruce Brown. It didn't make sense. If you go back and look at that signing, it made no sense. Do the Windhorse fingers there. It made no sense for them to sign him other than to eventually trade him. And they inflated his salary as such to where they could get maximum value just by moving him, which is why they gave him a club option in year 2. They overpaid him in year 1 to be able to use him in outgoing salary to be able to get an all-star level player coming back with picks attached and him as the money. It was a good move, but it had nothing to do with the Pacers hating us, because the Pacers have been trying to do business with us for 2 years. The Lakers have turned them down. So, like I said, that was just them preparing to go get Pascal Siakam and having that long-term play lined up and invested into Bruce Brown to use that money to move later. I mean, I'm telling you, I called this in July and talked about it for months leading up to it. Ultimate trade for me is DeRozan and Caruso for a minimal package, but other teams can offer more. Other teams can offer more, but if they don't want to get DeRozan as a rental, then he can throw a wrench into that by saying he won't resign there. I'll take less to go to LA anyways. Like, there's things he could do to disrupt that. Obviously, it's not like a major star threat, but there's some things he can do. If a team offers up something of value for him, he's a rental. So you got to take that in consideration. Caruso, after this year, 1 more year left. So it's not as simple as just making the move unless you're just going all in on like this year by knowing that DeRozan can walk and you gave up something of value. That may then lower the value to where that could let the Lakers get involved there. I'm not going to read that, but that's funny. What's a minimal package? Pause. Let's see. I want Hayes for a big 3. Like a in the lineup, like when they ran that 3 big lineup. Is that what you're talking about? Tyus Jones for second, Schroeder 2. Yep. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Tyus Jones is possible, y'all. It wasn't a couple of weeks ago because, again, prices were inflated. But they could get Tyus Jones for and Washington is a team. And another thing, people will keep, there's another false narrative here. The Lakers do not have a relationship with Washington anymore. That guy's out of there. It's the former Clippers GM that they hired this summer. So all that work they did with the last guy, he's gone. He's gone. It's the guy from the Clippers now running it. So they've got to rebuild that relationship. However, Washington is looking like that OKC model where they'll take on a contract and picks to move a guy. They'll stash a guy there. So Tyus Jones, again, a rental. isn't going to command a first round pick because no one's going to spend that on a rental. He's making about 14.5 million, I think, off the top of my head. And he's a free agent. So Gabe and some seconds might be able to get that done. Same with Schroeder. I promise you, I'm telling you, and I'm not guaranteeing Gabe is going to get moved, but I promise you, I heard from enough people that teams are not tripping on his deal. I'm telling you. Can we get Charles Barkley? Probably have a better chance of getting Gnarls Barkley than Charles Barkley. I thought the Lakers will not make a trade. I still think like I said, they're going to make a trade, I believe. I believe because Lakers want to use as little resources as possible to bring in talent. Yeah. Dan Caruso and DeRozan will be a great fit on the Lakers. Dream trade scenario. I love the Caruso part. I don't hate the DeRozan part. I just wonder about the spacing. He doesn't shoot the three. Bron and AD take up a lot of space already, so it would be challenging if we had like a system in place or a coach that was better at running offense. I probably wouldn't be as worried. I just don't know if Darvin Ham is going to be able to make that work with those guys clogging up space with DeRozan being a non-spacer. So we got 90 people in the building right now, 85 likes on the video. That's amazing. But if you have not done so already, please drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. And go to become a member over here at Empire Jeff TV. We've got a couple members here tonight, and we greatly appreciate you. We're inching closer here to 1,200 subs, up to 1,195. Trying to get to 1,200 tonight, man. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Drop a like on the video and become a member. Like I said, we're going to have some free giveaways coming, some members-only videos. And like I said, I'm working on something big potentially for the Dodgers here, and they're going to be member-only giveaways. So not only do we cover basketball here, but we cover baseball and the Dodgers. So definitely appreciate everyone who has already joined and become a member. Appreciate everyone who has subscribed to the channel already, and appreciate everyone who has dropped a like on the video. But if you have not done so already, please do so now. We greatly appreciate you, man. Roll through. We will be on for a long time. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll try. Like if I get some people up there can hold it down for a little bit, then I'll definitely, because I want to. I didn't know we were going on at the same time. Damn it. Now that I know that, Mike. But yeah, so I'll be we'll going on at 10. I don't know what time you guys finish. So but I'll be 10 to 1 tomorrow because I gotta dip out. Well, maybe a little later if things are getting crazy or if there's a major thing that happens. I got something later in the afternoon, but I'm gonna carve out that time then for it. Trade D'Lo for Zach. What Zach? We talk about NY too crazy. Well, do you talk about Zach? Zach is hurt, bro. He's out for the season. So I'm not sure about that. Dante says, Jeff, who's the guy we keeping assets ready for? It's so how can I word this? The Lakers believe that someone will become available in the coming months that has not been mentioned as available. That's all I can really say because it's not my info. It is not my info. This is not me getting info from a team. This is nothing. It's not my info. But it's just someone who's known for getting info believes this to be true, and it's their info, not mine. But what I will say is the names that have been linked, like the Trae Youngs and the Donovan Mitchells, the Lakers will check in on them because you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. But the Lakers are hoping that they'll have a chance to land someone else, and they believe it's going to take at least 3 first-round picks to do so. So I will also say, trying to be careful here, I will also say that it does not necessarily have to happen this coming summer. Doesn't have to. Let's see. Walter Mitchell, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for pulling up, man. He said, Jeff, I'm back. Hey, thanks for coming back, man. I appreciate you, man. Hope you're doing well. Like I said, appreciate everyone that's been in here, that's been here this whole show. Everyone has been here from the get-go, man. I appreciate you guys. We still got some more time going, man. Some more time. It's a trade deadline, man. I'm here trying to answer as many questions as possible. Like I said, it's gonna be a fun. My first time covering the trade deadline on YouTube, obviously. So I want to enjoy it. You know what I mean? Is Ham not utilizing D'Lo right? Also, same as he is doing with Prince and Max Christie. If we keep D'Lo, I want him to play more motion, catch, and shoot plays, running around screens. So the thing is with D'Lo is he wasn't being used right most of the season. And the kind of comeback on that, Patrick, is he was kind of being used too much being used too much off ball. D'Lo, when he's in transition, pulling up, stopping a dime, shooting a three, having the ball in his hands around the wing, dribbling, he's more effective when he's in rhythm that way. Now he can catch and shoot, but he's not a high energy guy, high motor guy that's going to be running around a bunch of screens to get open. That's not his game. So while he can catch and shoot, that's not his strong point. His strong point is having the ball in his hands to create his shot. That's his strong point. Black Mama, what's going on, my guy? What's good, Jeff? Late to the stream. We'll start from the beginning. Hit that like button, subscribe. People, support this man. Hey, man, I appreciate you there, Black Mamba 72. Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you, man. Trade LeBron for Mitchell this offseason. That would be wild. Are you alluding to the Lakers targeting Jaylen Brown next season? I'm not saying that's outside the realm of possibility, but that's not who I'm mainly talking about. But that could happen. That could happen. What's going on, Dwight? What's going on? John J says, "Hey Jeff, my friends told me the Hawks aren't playing Murray. Do you think that means he is gone tomorrow?" I think it's them just. The game is after the trade deadline, so you know what I mean. It's not like they would hold him out to prevent him from injury. So, but if he didn't play in tonight's game, which he didn't, then that's something you want to look at, right? So, probably trying to, in case something comes together, that he doesn't go out there and roll an ankle tonight. Doesn't mean he's getting moved, but if you have an asset that you're negotiating with, over, the worst thing that can happen is the guy rolls an ankle or hits an injury that keeps him out 6 to 8 weeks, and then you just kill all your leverage there. So maybe he plays in the next game. Maybe they're just playing it cautious, but who knows? Maybe there really was something wrong. You know what I mean? Sometimes it really is. Sometimes it's nothing tea leaf related. It's just guys out, you know? BZ808, what's good? What's good? Salute, Jeff. So who's the player Lakers are possibly saving those picks for? Again, it's not my goal in saying that was just trying to get you guys to open your minds outside the names of Trae Young and Donovan Mitchell. That's all I want. That's all I'm saying, right? The information or the person, it's not my information. It's not my intel. I talked to someone who thinks they have intel on it, but it's not my intel. So it's not mine to tell. Me bringing it up to you guys was simply to get you guys to expand your horizons and think outside of what you see pop up on the national radar. Because remember what I've often told you, 90% of the stuff that gets put out there never comes close to happening and is BS. It's a lot of stuff that doesn't really become known until it gets serious. And that is basically what I'm telling you. So while Donovan Mitchell and Trae Young, they may check in on, that's a fact. But I've heard that if basically their wish list doesn't have those two at the top. There's people above them that they're positioning themselves, hopefully, that they would like to position themselves to be able to get. So that's where I'm at with it. I just want you guys to think past those names that get reported, because those aren't always the case. Jetlex Arcs, what's going on? Thanks for pulling up. Bro, do you think we can get Jordan Clarkson? Can we? I think we can, maybe, depending on what the cost is. I don't think I'd give up a first for Jordan Clarkson. No, I think that'd be a little bit too pricey for him. He's a chucker, though, man. He can shoot you in a game or out of a game. You got to be careful with him. AR haircut fire. AR got that cut, huh? Insert name. What's going on? Search is out today. Like I said, he's dealing to a family matter. Shout out to our brother Search. Thank you for pulling up. Thank you for checking on him. I appreciate you. Lakers Dodger for life, 17-time world champion and 7-time World Series. That's what's up, man. It's not going to happen, Jeff. D'Lo will be a Laker going forward. He might. He very well might. I'm not disagreeing with that. Very well could happen for sure. What's a realistic offer for Bruce Brown to get Bruce Brown? I don't know yet, because like I said, keep an eye on New York, because New York is linked to him. And if they use a first somewhere else, or they go and they move Fournier's money somewhere else, that kind of takes him out of it for him. And I don't know anybody else giving up a first for him. So keep an eye on it. I know Utah got linked to him. I don't know why Utah would give up a first for him. I have my own theories as to what Utah is trying to do here on multiple levels. I'm going to touch on that tomorrow. But like I said, the Knicks are kind of holding up the market here because they've got picks and movable money. And once they use it, I think prices on a lot of these guys drop because then pretty much what's left over after that are a bunch of teams who can't move a bunch of picks. So they're going to be more picky with their picks. And I think if the Knicks move their first round pick elsewhere, I think Bruce Brown, there's a world and a reality where he doesn't get a first round pick. Toronto doesn't get a first round pick for him. But again, things have to happen first. And the Knicks making a move or choosing not to make a move and just telling Toronto no. And they've already, done business with Toronto of late. So just gonna have to wait and see there. But if they go and they make another move and they use the first and Fournier's money, then there's that increases the Lakers' chances in the market because now the teams of multiple first round picks have fired their shot already. So it gives the Lakers a better chance at that point. It also gives some other teams a better chance too. But as far as the ones with the best assets, it takes them out the game and it brings the price down. Imagine we get Bruce Brown and play with D'Lo. That would be wild. That would be hilarious. It sounds like your dog is stuck in some Christmas ornaments with the chain link around. That boy, man, I'm telling you, that dude is like, man, his dog is like an athlete, bro. Like he can run and like he like damn near runs on the wall to like throw himself to give himself more push. Like he'll run, jump. He's got like this little bed right here, and he goes up and he kind of like runs on the wall for a second and pushes himself like a skateboarder. I'm just like, what the? And he just, man, that dude is crazy, man. He's just crazy. Or maybe Jason Tatum. He didn't sign a contract extension yet. Let's see. Richard says, I can never pronounce his name right. Be a good mix with other Orlando players. I think anyone of youth getting down there that can play with some energy and try to fit in. I think Orlando may move some of those players. So Okiki, whatever, like, I don't know, my brain isn't computing. But so yeah, I think Orlando would be foolish to pass on any type of young type of talent based off fit right now, because I think at some point they're going to start moving some of those guys, man. Smart move by Pacers, help them get Siakam. Yep. I saw that coming, Joe. I saw that coming, man. Hey, Jeff, can you give us your realistic trade for tomorrow? Again, my realistic one. A realistic one is Dennis Schroeder. Probably a little less realistic, maybe Bruce Brown. Realistic, Chris Dunn. Realistic, Drummond. I know these aren't ones that everyone's like dreaming over, but these are the realistic ones. Now, it doesn't mean they can't exceed expectations and Rob can't pull a rabbit out the hat here, but that's where I am realistically right now. Doesn't mean that's exactly what happens, but gonna have to wait and see on that. Would also be cool if Corey Kispert or Marvin Bagley get moved. Yeah, we gotta wait to see on that. There's gonna be moves tomorrow, man. What's up, Trey? All day. Thanks for pulling up, bro. Appreciate you, man. I miss Search. Where is? I do too. He's dealing with a family matter. He will be back. Lakers might be smoking crack, but hopefully they're on to something legit. What's going on, Samuel? I hope so too, man. This deadline, this deadline is nuts, man. Lakers, man, giving me a headache being a Lakers fan. Dan Inspiration, what's going on? It's all part of the game, man. We just have to stay just stay ready. You know what I mean? Like enjoy it, man. Like look, I know we all want something to happen, but the anticipation is what makes it fun. The anticipation is what makes it real. Even when something doesn't happen, that anger or frustration, it's all part of the game. It's all part of the passion for when we bleed purple and gold or you repping whatever the team you're repping for. This is all the anticipation is all part of it. Like you have to learn to enjoy that too. Don't be so like annoyed with the anticipation. Like I want something to happen already, because once it's gone, then that anticipation is gone and it's less fun. You know what I mean? So enjoy the anticipation, enjoy the journey, enjoy the ride. Like it's not always everything has to happen when we want it. You know, sometimes patience is a virtue. And like I said, it's really good sometimes to remember that and lock in and just I understand like whether you trust the team or you don't trust the team, this is an exciting part of the year. Enjoy it. You know what I mean? Enjoy it. Is this player better than Mitchell? Well, I mean, if they're putting them higher on the list, you would think so, right? Search is why I'm here. Appreciate you, man. But yeah, he's not here today, but thank you. I appreciate you. He will be back soon though. Hey, Bree, what's going on? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you. Hope you're having a good night. Hope you had a good day. Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you. She says like and sub. Absolutely. Thank you. G says where search. It's right. Like I said, he's dealing with a family member. He should be back. I think maybe sometime next week. Wayne's World says it's Tatum. What's going on, Wayne's World? Thanks for pulling up, bro. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. They definitely would have him on their list. That's for sure. John says Murray was on the injury report tonight. Yeah, he was on tonight. Jamar, what's going on, man? Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you, bro. Hope you're having a good one, man. It's Kyrie. Let's see. Is this player younger? I'm just going to whistle away here, man, and like and sub y'all JSJ. Like I said, guys, I'm never one of those dudes. I don't drop names for that stuff, man. It's not mine to drop. It's not. If you guys haven't learned that about me already, it's not. But I will tell you this. Anyone who follows me on the baseball side or the Dodgers side, I think people will I think they can attest the fact that I don't just be talking to talk. I'm not just saying it to say it. All right. Even on the basketball side, I've done it plenty enough times here now where you guys know I'm not BSing. I'm not lying here. Like I'm not. I have no reason to, right? Like I'm telling you, like I know you guys heard me talk about this Bruce Brown thing all year. You guys heard me talk about it in July. I talked about it on Kareem's July 1st, like when everything was going crazy. Like I talked about all this. Like I'm not talking to talk. This is real intel. And then it came out. Like Woj confirmed it. He's not backing me up, but what he said months later is what I've been telling you guys for months. We knew that. Woj knew it too. He just never had to report it. You know what I mean? So like I've been telling you guys that. So like, but sometimes like I said, I get a lot of intel on stuff that I can never talk about. Like I've gone over this with you guys before because it's not my news to break, and that's how I keep the trust of the people involved. But the Lakers are always going to go big name hunting. That's no secret. Now, who? That is. D. Mitch popped off tonight. You dropped 40. Yeah, man. That dude can get busy at times, man. If we have a good chance of getting Tatum, I would be comfortable staying pat and trade the farm for him. Man, it's going to be an interesting summer. Jaden Ivey popped off against the Kings tonight. He dropped 37. Maybe he's our sleeper trade target. Jaden Ivey, huh? You know, I've heard his name a couple of times and talking around with people, but couldn't get a real sense on like what it is with him or the problem is sometimes not knowing what the actual asking price is on guys. Because you'll mention names and guys like, yeah, I think they would, but for what? Like, so that's why we need a couple other moves to establish a market. And then, like I said, we need a Nick move to suppress the market. Ontario says, prayerfully something will break Twitter while I'm on the road. I don't know if anything's going to break Twitter, but Trader Great, what's going on, man? According to Kareem, 20 plus teams will be involved in trades tomorrow. Yeah, I'm hearing the same thing. Yeah. I think, like I said, I think we could get about 15 trades tomorrow. Like easy. Like I think we could. However, there's a difference between saying the number of teams versus the number of like kind of like the flashy trades. That's different. But I would guess 50. Yeah, I've heard similar number about that. I've also heard that teams really didn't start talking as seriously until about last night. Typically, that happens, over the weekend or Monday of that week. Some even today, really. So some more talk is becoming a little bit more engaged and more realistic now. And as a result of that, some teams are either some deals are about to die or get legs. It's kind of how it's going to go now. So like I said, tomorrow morning, Rob may call Landry Fields over there in Atlanta. Good morning, Landry. How's the family? Right? We doing this or not? And Landry will be like, call me back around 2. And Rob's like, well, I got to do other things, man. Call me back around 2. All right? Rob starts getting to work on plan B, plan C, plan D, all the way through whatever, right? Rob starts making progress on plan B, plan C. Calls Landry at like 12:30 Eastern. Yo, Landry, I know you said 2, but this deal over here got legs here. I thought I told you to call me at 2. Right? Well, I might have to go in this direction. All right, give me 15 minutes. Then all of a sudden, okay, there's a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance, right? Things like this happen. Things like this happen, right? But in that moment, if this hypothetical situation plays out like that, in this moment, Rob knows they might be serious, that they have a chance now. So they get back to the other team, say, I need like 30. And then it's just about everyone kind of keeping everyone at bay and stalling. And then where the true skill comes in here as a poker player, which is what a lot of these GMs are, even if they don't play poker, you get the pun, is having to decide what's real and what's not. Because you don't want to be left without either deal. So that's when you tell that, look, I need to know in 15 minutes. And you tell that other guy, give me 15 minutes. And if he don't hit you back, then you gotta be, look, I gotta do this other deal, man. Like I can't go to my owner. I can't not do one of these. I gotta do one. You're stalling. Gotta go. See you when I see you. You know what I mean? And then maybe he's like, okay, let's do it. This is literally how things happen. You could be talking for 3 months and it's literally that one phone call in the morning. Call me at 2. And then it becomes 12:30. Like it's literally how this stuff happens. Real talk. Jay says, I'm just here. Shout out to the moderators in the room, man. Appreciate you guys, man. JSJ, I saw Angie in here earlier. I haven't seen Kurt in here tonight, man. I think Kurt is on PTO, man. Facts. Clippers lost. Yeah, that was there. New Orleans had that game most of the time, man. My guy Jeff, I will pray so the Lakers will make a trade. I'm not gonna pray on it because I got more important things to pray on, but I'm hoping they do something, man. Nicholas says, the GM needs to skip tomorrow's warm-ups and focus on you might. I mean, I'm telling you, you heard I said earlier that that Clutch is already back channeling potential buyout candidates. And so here's the thing. Clutch knows, for the most part, which of their players may or may not be getting moved. For the most part, they probably know enough. So where they're already working with that team to secure a buyout. So like they're already on that angle there, right? So that's happening. Dre the Gross says chess match. Facts. Dante says Jeff is hilarious. Being Rob, talking to Landry Fields, make up another call scenario. I'll tell you, bro. Like I've actually talked to people. I've talked to people who literally was discussing the same trade for 6 months every day. And it literally came down to like, it's just routine now. It's almost a joke. I'm going to call him every morning. No. He told me, he goes, I felt like I kept asking the same girl out. And then she just finally said yes. So like this stuff happens. I'm telling you, this stuff happens. What do you think? It's crazy. Do you think the play-in created too many buyers, not enough sellers in the market? Yeah, I touched on that earlier. Facts. The play-in, this 2024 being a potentially weak draft, a lot of the contenders or pretenders who think they're contenders not having a ton of first-round picks. There's a lot of things that are leading to this. Teams overvaluing their own players. So like I said, 75% of all the first-round picks over the next handful of years are owned by like 10 or 11 teams. The teams that are like, really out there trying to make moves right now are the teams who lack all the picks other than the Knicks, right? So like I said, so I said the Knicks are holding up the market because a lot of these other teams, once the Knicks make their move, then the other teams don't have these assets to go spend like that. So then these other teams who want to be sellers have to either lower their expectations or punt until the summer. And that's just the reality of the situation. So there are a lot of things contributing to this trade deadline being what it is because you got teams literally needing, the deadline is going to force their decision. Like Woj said, this is a deadline-driven league. The deadline is going to make a decision for these teams because the teams that are on the fence about buying or selling, the deadline is going to make the decision for them. And that's what it's there for. So that's what I'm saying. We'll know soon tomorrow. But yeah, I think we'll see. I think we could definitely see 15 trades tomorrow. So that's what it comes down to. But the play-in tournament, like I said, the potentially weakened draft, the lack of first-round picks, the new CBA with all kinds of different things in there for first apron, second apron, floor team, all kinds of different things in there. And these guys are just trying to get ahead. Well, if we do this, what does it leave us in July or June? Well, if it does this, what does it leave about the draft? But if we do this, can we do this at the draft? If we do this now, this at the draft, this on July 1st, where are we looking for next year's trade deadline? These guys map this out wild. Like I've seen whiteboards. Like their stuff is like wild. The stuff that they do. Hey Jeff, the Lakers make a trade. Please make a live video. Yeah, definitely. So I'm telling you, I will be live from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. tomorrow, covering 2 hours before the trade deadline, leading up to it. If anything happens earlier than that, I'll do my best. I gotta handle something in the morning. Maybe I'll hop on my phone. I hate to do the low quality stuff, but maybe I will. But like I said, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Something could happen early. Shout out to me, Angie, and Kurt. Shout out to you guys. Was Kurt in here? Or am I tripping? I thought I didn't. I know I saw him in another chat earlier. I feel like he took PTO with me today. Rain going crazy. Oh, facts, man. Yeah. But shout out to Spectrum got the internet right, man. I was down for the last 2 days, but they got me right. I'm good, man. I was tight, man. I was trying to. That stream on Monday was so difficult on playback, man. But shout out to Lowe. Shout out to Africa for holding it down because I would not have been able to do that stream without him. Man, that one was fun, man. We had so much fun over there, man. We was getting wild, man. Deadline D-Lo was a real thing. Shout out to Deadline D-Lo. Man. Can't wait for tomorrow. I hear you, Joe. Wayne's World says, are you surprised no trades before the Nuggets game? Surprised? No. Because like I said, the Lakers are not in a position of power. So they have to wait until teams make a decision. And like I said, there are teams kind of holding up the market because the teams that have the assets haven't used them yet. Once they use them, I think you'll start seeing some moves fly. I have to drink whiskey right now. I had to sleep early and wake up at 12 a.m. Hey, man, I might have one with you, man. Might grab me a little nightcap. Shout out to Joe Shoro, man. Joe Ingles, why don't you request a buyout and play for the Lakers on a minimum? Should Lakers sell their soul to get Bridges? No, God, no. And Brooklyn, for some reason, acting like they're not giving up for anything, which is wild, man. They need to move him. Portia, what's going on, Laker girl? Hope you're having a good night, man. Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you, man. Shout out to me, Laker Girl 36. That's my channel. You got a channel now, Laker Girl? I didn't know that. I'll go sub when I get off of here. Shout out to you. Shout out to Laker Girl, man. Go hit up her channel over there. Shout out to you for getting your channel. I'm proud of you. I didn't know you had one. How long have you had it? I'll go ahead and I'll sub to it when I get done. I got you. Go over, sub to Porsche over there, Miss Laker Girl, man. I'll trade Reeves for Bridges and Richards. Bridges? You talk about Charlotte? I wouldn't because they're not gonna be able to keep Bridges. Like I said, Bridges, when you trade for him, you're not gonna be able to keep his bird rights. So he's more than likely a rental. I'm not trading Austin for a rental. No way, no how. That wouldn't make any sense for me. Not with a rental. Give me 1 second. Hold on. It's actually not NBA related. It's baseball related, but I got to check it. Give me 1 second here. I'm also going to say, shout out to me, man, because I told everyone 2 weeks ago that Kershaw was coming back to the Dodgers. Like I started hearing that 2 weeks ago. What just happened here? Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. I apologize. Whenever I get these many notifications, I got to make sure. Okay. Covering multiple sports here, man. Multiple sports. Let's see. Where was it? Hit says, I think our low-key trade target is Bogey from the Pistons. I think we can get in for 2 second rounders that way. They for some reason they've just not entertained him. Woj said that they weren't even having talks with teams on him. Again, that can change tomorrow, but he said that this morning that they've just refused to include him in deals. He said that Malcolm Brogdon has been not discussed in deals, which I heard something different, but it's Woj, so I'm not gonna go against him. But this is what I'm trying to tell you, that our information is only as good as we're only as good as our information, right? So I had heard that Portland was talking to people about him, but Woj said they weren't looking to move him. So it could have been there are talks, but they're just like, okay, if you come in with something that we can't say no to, we'll do it. But I heard that they had talks with teams on him, and maybe that's why they're not looking, because the offers aren't strong. And he kind of alluded to that too. So let's see. Yep, I do a show with Angry. Oh, that's dope. Okay, cool. I'll pull up over there. Shout out to you. Good job. Proud of you. Okay. What time tomorrow? I'm gonna be a little tied up tomorrow, but I'll try. Salute Festo. What's going on, man? Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you. Miguel says, any updates on the move you were talking about from the Dodgers? Any new movement? Sorry for switching sports right quick. No, you're good. So the Dodgers, that move with Brazier and then obviously bringing back Kershaw. The deal that I was talking about is, as crazy as it sounds, is still possible. It's still possible because it's one of these, like, it's a Hail Mary move. It's a Hail Mary move. And they thought, when did I say this? Was this like 3 weeks ago or something like that? They thought, well, the person I talked to thought that this was something that was gaining momentum at the time. I think they said it got to the 15-yard line and kind of stalled. I think that's why I think that's the terminology I used that he had told me. And it's still there. Like, I haven't talked to him in about a week, but basically he told me, and I talked about last week, he goes, it's still there. It's just a matter of sorting out some things first. It doesn't have to happen now. So the back end of that deal, not the trade, but the move that would follow that trade, that would kind of make that trade possible, that part has to play out first. And that hasn't yet. That's still to be determined. Now, that is kind of a long shot, but it always has been. But that long shot was appearing possible a couple of weeks ago. And then that's where it stalled. But it's still a chance. It's still a chance. And that'll be crazy. Oh, my God. I'll be crazy if that happens. And if it happens, it's going to be so obvious, right? When it happens, you guys will be like, oh, my God. But got to wait and see on it. And again, like I said, anyone who watched me break down the Dodger stuff in the early offseason there, like, I feel like I've earned the trust there, because pretty much everything I was on top of, not guessing, like I told you guys, and literally told you the Yamamoto move was coming 30 minutes before it happened. You guys know I did that. Like, let's see. Since Atlanta wants Austin Reeves and the 29th pick, how about ask for DeJounte and DeJounte Hunter or Sadiq Bey? So I've said DeJounte and Sadiq Bey, because if we have to move someone else or do so, I would like Sadiq Bey. I like him. I think he's solid. He's young. He fits the timeline of like some of our younger guys. I like it. But like I said, getting Murray is going to be hard enough. Dre the Greatest, interested to see what the Bucks do. I don't know what they can do. They don't have any picks. That's why I find it interesting when they said they wanted Dorian Finney-Smith, they want Caruso, but how are they getting these guys? Like, again, it'll have to be after Knicks, a bunch of other teams, and the Lakers make a move, but I have to think like most of those guys will be off the board by then. So I'm interested to see who they get. They can't even get a quality buyout person, because they're over the first apron. So I don't know how they improve their team. I know they talked about maybe moving a Bobby Portis for a Grant Williams. I heard that. Maybe what's that, Cottonton? And maybe, I mean, feels like they have to do something. I just don't know what they're going to do or how they would do. What's up, Brandon Hayward? One more step closer to a buyout. Yep. I've got him penciled in as a Laker. I do. See what happens. I usually do post game after the game. Okay, gotcha. Let's see. Or might as well ask Congo and Murray for Austin. Yeah, I mean, that's if, like I said, I don't know if the Lakers are going to use Austin on Murray. I don't know if they'd be willing to do that, though, at this point. Hey, man, as long as we don't lose yards on the deal, I feel like a deal might happen right before training camp. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've heard that it's still right. The deal that I was talking about for the baseball one, real quick, the deal I was talking about was contingent on a player who's a free agent agreeing to join them on a short-term deal, and then they would include a player that's currently on their roster in the deal to make the trade happen, and then fill the void of that player they would send out by signing this player. I feel like as soon as that player makes a decision on his free agency, and if he elects the Dodgers, that deal could literally happen like immediately. Andrew Jones, your outfielder, that's wild. There you go. Yeah, support Laker girl. Stanley Johnson is my go. Sup, Empire Jeff? What trade do you think will be realistic for us? Realistic. Dennis Schroeder. Chris Dunn. Like I said, who's it? Oh my God, why am I've said his name. DeLon Wright, like guys like that. But outside of that, those are the realistic ones. Unrealistic that could still happen. DeJounte Murray, Bruce Brown, something like that. Maybe some variation of the Brooklyn trade. But the realistic ones are the lower tier ones, in my opinion. From everything that's kind of being put out there. I'm guessing Around the League was postponed until Friday. Yeah, we were gonna do one today. And then like I said, my internet was unstable. Didn't even know if I had internet until I got home today. Mine has been unstable. And just scheduling kind of with everyone else. So it was just kind of a tough time to, get everything lined up. And like I said, I didn't even know if I had internet until I got home. And then like the rain, the storm, it just is a tough week to be a YouTube content creator when your internet is just trash due to a storm, and LA never gets hit with storms like this. And we got hit with a crazy one starting Sunday night, man. It's crazy what they're asking for Drummond. 3 seconds, I don't think is wild considering what some people got last year. Jeremy says, no way, Stan. That's Hail Mary. Hail Mary. Oh, there are no stupid questions here. Only stupid answers that I answer. There are no stupid questions. Maybe, Brandon. Maybe. Like I never had them. Were they? I guess they were kind of linked to Mo Bamba. Kind of like it was out there. It wasn't like for sure thing that was going to happen, but it was kind of under the radar for sure. Drummond is a rebound machine, facts, and that's exactly what we need. A guy that can get out there. I think people are punishing him for 2021, but forget kind of what happened in 2021 with his injury and the whole team getting hurt. And I would take him in a second without a doubt, man. Let's see. Aaron Laker Nation Harrison, what's going on, my guy? Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you, bro. We should just let Bron walk in the offseason because how they doing him? Well, I mean, it's all perspective, right? I mean, I think they both need to work together a little bit better here. I don't think they're trying to do Bron wrong. I think they're just trying to make something that could. I think they're trying to accomplish what's hard, which is pleasing everybody. They're trying to do something that could make them competitive now and and not give up their entire future, right? So I don't think necessarily they're doing him wrong by looking out for their future. I just think everyone needs to work together. They've had it's been a good business relationship. I don't feel it has to end bad. Like they just need to work together, and I think in the end they'll try. And I still don't know if Bron's going to opt out of $52 million. I know he's a billionaire, but $52 million is $52 million. I don't know a billionaire that's walking away for $52 million. German will be awesome, says Ontario. Yeah, facts, man. Last thing, how realistic is that free agency signing for the Dodgers on a scale of 1 to 10? I don't know at this time. Again, it's been a week since I talked to my guy. I'll put it at a 5. Which is higher than it probably should be. I mean, higher than anyone would give it. I can't believe it was even given consideration. I put it at a 5. Tony Lee says Chris Dunn with Vando on the court. Spooky. Facts, Tony. Facts. Man, that ball pressure, that point of attack defender, but a guy you can switch on anything. Oh, man, that would be. What do you think we need to add, Jeff? From heart of hearts, brother. I've been, like I said, a point of attack defender, a big that can help AD, and a buyout player who can shoot, which would be Gordon Hayward to me. Tens, what's going on, man? Hey, Jeff, just tuning in and wanted to ask, would you want to see the Lakers trade for it at all? Trade for who? You talking about Murray? Who are you talking about? I'm a Pittsburgh Pirate fan, Jeff. Do you have any advice for us? Yeah, maybe watch some old Barry Bonds highlights. It'll make you feel better. No, I mean, baseball, those small market teams in baseball are tough, man. It's tough. I'd been to a game in Pittsburgh at the old stadium. What was Pittsburgh? What was it? What was Three Rivers? Oh, Veterans was Philly, right? Was that Three Rivers? I told you I'm the son of a truck driver, so I've been everywhere. I used to go to baseball games all over the country when I was a kid. Was it Three Rivers? Damn, it's gonna bother me now. Luke Kennard. Yeah, they could potentially get Luke Kennard. They could. I think he definitely gets moved tomorrow. He'd be perfect, a shooter. And he always killed us. But God wants him to get here and not be able to shoot. That would drive me nuts. Clay, I don't think we have a chance at Clay. It's too expensive. Just any rumors you heard, what would you like to see? I would love to see Bruce Brown. I would like to see DeJounte Murray. I just think DeJounte Murray is unrealistic. And I think Bruce Brown is possible, but other teams have to use their assets to make him more available here. Hold on 1 second. Okay, no. I saw a tweet from Woj, just the segment that he did on SportsCenter, it looks like. 1 second. What is okay? Why am I getting so many? Okay. Fun fact about your boy: I'm not a real big fan of group chats. I'm just not. Let's see. Talk about even within my own family. Like I just don't really like group chats. Let's see. Should we go after Lonnie Walker? Lonnie Walker, I'm curious. I don't think the Nets have any plans for him like next year. You know what I mean? So if he gets bought out, the problem if he gets bought out is he can go to any team because he signed a minimum. So go after him. Sure. But I don't know if he solves our problem. He's not a point of attack defender. He's not a great shooter. He's a guy who can score, but at the risk of taking Austin and D'Lo off the floor, those guys are better than him. So I like Lonnie, I do, but I think he ends up in like a Rui situation or like he was last year where you just struggle to find a place to play him. Yeah. Okay, I did get it right. Yeah, it wasn't 3 Rivers. That was such a long time ago. Sammy the man, what's going on, my guy? Yo, what's good? Jeff just got off work on the way home, man. Appreciate you pulling up, man. Drive safe, man. Appreciate you, bro. A's fan, and any advice for us, Jeff? You like Vegas? A's, man, that Moneyball era was fire, though. That was fire. Any trades you think the Lakers are staying pat? I think we do a smaller trade and then buyout for sure. King last, he's at LOL Bonds. Let's say Kyrie, not this year. Can we add Bruce Brown without losing D'Lo or Reeves? Yes, we can. We can, but things have to work in our favor first. Like I said, teams who have first-round picks will have to use them elsewhere or decide to not use them, which will then lower the price on everyone else because no one else has a bunch of firsts they could use. So, yes, they can get him without a first, but it would take some luck. It's called Forbes Field, bro. What's Forbes Field? Which one? Where the Pirates play? No, that once was 3 Rivers. No. It was just him doing a recap, like just reposting the length of what he was on SportsCenter. I got SportsCenter on right here. I saw it happen. Then I saw his tweet. I was like, oh, what's happening? Kyrie, man, like that ship has sailed, man. That's not. I mean, I'm not a guy that says never say never, but that's as close to never as I'll say never. Miguel says, hey, Jeff, are you Hispanic? Because your Spanish is better than most of my Hispanic friends because I've heard you speak the language before. I'm not Hispanic, but I grew up in Spanish neighborhoods my whole life, and my wife is Latina. So, yeah, I know the vibes. You know what I mean? So I fit in well in Spanish neighborhoods, man. But I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm not Hispanic. I love Hispanics though, and I'm around them 99% of the time. You know what I mean? Big question here I have for you is: should we trade D'Lo? Personally, I don't want them to, but I want to hear your opinion. I don't trade D'Lo just to trade D'Lo. I would trade him if it makes the team better and it's a better player than him, and if it makes us better now and moving forward, I would. But if those scenarios can't line up, then I wouldn't do that. My bad. I'm going backwards here. Jason Kendall, man. Kendall was solid, bro. Disregard. Okay. I was like, what are you talking about, Doterra? Because I know I went to 3 Rivers when I was a kid, man. Pittsburgh is unique. Yo, you ever had like Pittsburgh? So you know they got like you got like New York style pizza, Chicago style pizza. Detroit pizzas kind of come up of late, like people know. But did y'all know that Pittsburgh had a pizza, like the Pittsburgh style pizza? So the person was talking about Pirates. I don't know if you live in Pittsburgh, But let me know if you know. Has anyone had Pittsburgh style pizza? Let me know, because it's a thing. It's kind of a thing. Like, but you have to like yeah, I don't know. I just want to see if anyone knows what I'm talking about. If without a Google search, I don't know. Be honest. Does anyone know what I'm talking about without a Google search? Because this isn't something you would just know about. Like you'd have to know someone from Pittsburgh or been to Pittsburgh or went to a place that like labeled it and you knew it was Pittsburgh style pizza. Like I'm curious to know if you guys know what I'm talking about here. Wonder what kind of market Josh Okogie holds. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the problem is knowing what markets. But when more deals start happening, then markets will shape themselves. Micah says, Jeff, I admit it, and I know it's early. Well, sorry, Jeff, I admit, and I know it's early on in your YouTube career, but man, your dedication to top tier is top tier, bro. I can believe and feel confident that you're still on answering the fan salute, bro. Hey, appreciate you, man. No, you know what? I love doing this. I love doing this. There's times, and like I've talked to you guys before, as the channel grows, it's going to be really hard to answer every question. So I'm definitely going to do it now, and I'm going to continue to do it. But there's going to be times where I'm like, okay, let me rock. You know what I mean? Let me go for 30, 40 minutes about a topic that I just want to cook on. Let me do it. You know what I mean? And then I will always have a special place in my heart for the chat and the community that helped build this. And then like, there's going to be a point, I think I saw something on YouTube that they're going to allow us to start giving away memberships. So I'm going to do like, I'll start like for some of the day ones, the people that have been around, contributors and stuff like that. But when that becomes available, I'll start giving some of those out. And then what I'll do is I'll do member only videos for like the day ones and just go back to the original answering all the question ones. Like I'll find a way, even if I got to do like another, like, I don't know, like another like smaller channel just for the day ones. If I'm blessed enough to have this channel grow, like it's important for me. It really is. So part of me is I'm thinking I'm doing like I think I'm going to create, I have an idea what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to create like an email list, like an email, like where you join you subscribe to my like newsletter technically. Right. And then what I'll do is I'll go in and then all the people who subscribe to that, who would be the early on ones, like the day ones, kind of like the secret line one. Right. Then what I'll do is I'll do videos that are private, except for those who have the link. And then I'll just send it out in an email and we kind of keep that one compressed to where I can still do things like this. Cause it's important. I want to do it. Because I also know as the channel gets bigger, I'm going to have to deal with more trolls and all these kinds of things. So it may get to a point where I'm not as heavy in the chat. And that's if this channel grows to what it could be. But at that time, I will get creative and come up with ways to still have this interaction with like the people who help make this channel the channel. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you, Micah, for shouting that out because it's important to me. One, it's important that I do this. And two, it's important to me that you guys know how much I care about doing this. Like not just the shows, not just coming up here and giving my opinions on basketball, but just interacting with all of you. Like that's what it's about to me. So like, or when I come on here and I have people on panels and I might not be able to hit every question, right? So like there's the mutual respect of trusting the, like when I want to go long form of just locking in on a topic versus when it's rapid fire Q&A or when it's long form Q&A where I respond to every comment in a little bit longer of detail. And then it takes me longer to get to each comment, but I answer all of them. And then when I fall behind, when I'm doing like a dialogue one, then I just hit rapid fire, like boom, 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 right? So as long as y'all rock with all those different styles and continue to rock with me. And like I said, like there's always the options of member only video, email list that I can get you guys. Like I'm gonna come up with something. I'm gonna figure something out because it's important to me. The people who help me get to that 1,000, like I'm saying, like that's a big deal to me because, like I said, to get there in like under 5 months, and like I talked to someone the other day who hit me up. They're like, bro, like I've been doing this for 5 years and I haven't got 1,000. Like I did not realize the pace that I was going at because I didn't know. So when I got to my first 500, like I remember Kareem was like, yo, this is not normal. I was like, and then someone else told me they're like the pace, like they're rocking with you. And I know it's a lot because we're all in the same community. So like Kareem went heavy for me. Dan went heavy for me. Lakers Fast Break went heavy for me. DJ went heavy for me. And it's like, that's part of the reason too. But then they showed up and they really rocked with me and they rocked with you guys. You know what I mean? And it got them to stay. So they got him here, like they got him in the room and we got him to stay. And that's what I'm most proud about is that I had people who rocked with me enough to recommend me because that's the mutual respect. And then when they got here, they decided to stay. And that's what it's about. You know what I mean? So doing this matters. So I appreciate that, Micah. And I appreciate all you guys because this is exactly what I do this show for, is to give you guys real, solid basketball content in a clean format Not a bunch of dudes yelling and screaming at each other. No disrespect. Even if you disagree with my opinion, I'm perfectly fine with that. You're never going to get blocked for disagreeing with me. As long as you're respectful to me and everyone else in the chat, there will never be a problem here. I welcome disagreements. I have no problem with it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, as long as we're all respectful and we're all here just to talk about the game or the games we love, basketball, baseball, Lakers, Dodgers, etc. That's what we're here for. As long as we all align in that same level, I think the sky's the limit for this channel and you guys in the channel. Like, I think we could really grow this out to something special. I really believe it. So I appreciate you, Micah. I think DeMar and Alex will be Warriors in 24 hours. That's interesting. So I don't know if you've heard the channel before, Aaron, but I kind of touched on multiple scenarios between the Warriors and Bulls. I've broken down probably 3 different trade scenarios, and that's one of them. So yeah, I think it's possible. But man, they could have got real crazy if LaVine didn't get hurt. DeMar and Caruso and Golden State would be interesting. Facts, they would. Jeremy says LOE is from my city, Pittsburgh. My man is from Pittsburgh, huh? Man, Pittsburgh is, I'm telling you, Pittsburgh pizza's a thing, bro. Pittsburgh style pizza is different. There you go. Yeah, it's different. It's different. Like, anyone who's never had it, it's different. It's different. It's good though. It's good. The one I had was good. I had Giordano's in Chicago some years ago. Fire. Giordano's is fire. There's a bunch of fire. So anyone in LA, there's this one Pizza Mosa in Echo Park. Ooh. Damn, I want some pizza, bro. Damn. Yeah, no, but Pizza Mosa in Echo Park, man, is fire, man. It is rectangular shaped pizza. I'm telling you, they got one with like potatoes on it. Like, it's crazy, but it's good, man. Did you see Cam Christie, Max Christie brother? He better than Max. I know, I've been hearing his name pop up a lot tonight, but I didn't see him. He has a couple brothers that hoop, right? Remember the day ones, Jeff. Facts, Dre. Facts. I do. I got a good memory, man. I got a good memory. I'm telling you, I'm gonna cook up something. I'm gonna think of something. And again, that all depends. I mean, the day ones, I don't know what this channel is going to become. You know what I mean? I don't know if the growth is going to slow down. I don't know if it's going to get I don't know. You know what I mean? But all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, I just want everyone to know where my heart's at. Like, you know what I mean? It's the people who helped me get here. I don't forget about. It's important. You know what I mean? Showing proper respect and stuff like that is important. So to me, it will always matter. Brandon says there was chatter about Utah trying to get Bruce Brown. Okay, so I'm gonna touch on that tomorrow. I think I know what Utah's doing. So I'm gonna touch on Utah tomorrow during my trade deadline special. I'm gonna be doing trade deadline special tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. tomorrow. So make sure to tune in 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific time on Empire Jeff TV here on YouTube. Tune in. I'm gonna be covering everything, the trade deadline, all the way up to the trade deadline. I passed it. And if something crazy happens at the final minute and I have to go a little bit longer, I will. But tune in tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Trade deadline special. Make sure to tune into that. Let's see. What do you do for work besides YouTube, my G? I do a few different things. So I got a couple of different side businesses of my own. And I help. And I'm well, I'm not gonna say exactly where, but I work in operations for a couple other companies, and I do a lot of things. Like, pretty much I keep myself busy, and I love just striving to be better and grow in different avenues and different lanes. I've been someone who's comfortable just staying in one lane. So a bunch of different things, but YouTube, I'm definitely trying to grow something out. Like I said, I've got other businesses, including Court Kings, with my partners over there with Dan, Chris, and Mies. I've got a couple other little side businesses as well as my regular career, and then and now building out this and the other platforms I'm on with the PSF and playback and like stuff like that. So I do a lot of different things, man. I'm not just bottled up into one. Stanley says that's an illusion. No way Golden State gets Caruso and DeMar. I think it could be kind of possible, bro. You got that radio host type voice. Hey, thank you, Fremont. I appreciate you. It's always been a dream of mine. It was to be like a radio host or a show host or like a sports anchor, or to call games, like an announcer, just anything in that field has always been a goal or a dream of mine. I wish I chased it earlier. I really did. It just wasn't in the cards for me. Wasn't in a position early in life to chase dreams. I just had to get to work. And But now, better late than never, right? So it's something I still want to pursue and still have a dream to do. So I appreciate you and I thank you. JT says, yes, sir. I try to catch your lives, usually watch the playback while working the next day. Hey, thank you, JT. And you know what's dope, man? Someone sent me an email a couple days ago, and just basically, it kind of like I'm telling you, this stuff. I'm still not used to this. You know, I'm still not used to like what you just said, JT. Like there's people who go to work and on their way to work, they listen to me in their car on their way to work. My brain still can't compute that. Like this isn't like me bragging or stunting. This is me kind of being vulnerable. Like I still can't compute that. Like it still doesn't seem real to me. You know what I mean? So it's like I get people like sending me DMs of them watching my show in the morning, listening in the morning in traffic, playing it at their job with them and their coworkers listening. Like it's surreal to me. Like I don't know. It just it's crazy. It's crazy. And I had this one dude who sent me this when he was at like a construction site and they were working indoors and it was him and like 30 guys and he played me and they were all listening to my show. And I was just like, that's crazy. Like it's crazy. I'm just like, this is nuts. Like never imagine like when you sit down and you decide to do this and you finally press the record button or go live, right? And you don't know where it's gonna go. You don't know if people are gonna like it, if they're gonna hate it, if they're gonna push back, if they're gonna like you just for a little bit and then turn on you. Like you don't know. But it's like the further I get into this journey and I hear things like the stuff that you say, JT, and some of these other people have told me, and it's just like it's crazy. And I know we're going off topic a little bit. I'm just rocking with y'all for a minute here, but it's crazy. It's just crazy. And Dan told me, he's like, bro, just get ready because like it's coming. Like Dan would always tell me, and Kareem and then DJ always said like, you got a voice for radio, man. It's gonna fly. Like it still seems like unreal, even with someone that's not even a real big channel yet. I'm still like, barely got to 1,000. You know what I mean? Subscribers, but it's just like, just to hear the impact like you have on people, or people actually start their mornings or their lunch breaks or listen to like, it's just crazy, man. Still got to wrap my mind around it, man. Kale, hope I'm saying that right. For Lakers, doesn't it always seem like Pelinka says, I'm trying? LBG says, need more help to win. Do this and do that to win Pelinka. Okay. And then don't win and then get all blamed. But yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah. It's kind of what it is though. That you know what you sign up for when you add LeBron though. Who is your football team? I am a fan of the New York Football Giants, baby. And believe it or not, I'm proud to say that. Even though they've been trash. What's going on, Dwight Smith? What's going on? Micah. See, Pelinka trade last year, and we went to Western Conference, and I signed most of them for less money. LBJ says I need more help. Murray, Mitchell, Trey, and more. Undoable, so we should restart. Too much asking. Yeah, I mean, he's always going to want more because he wants to win. So I get that portion of it. But there's only so much the Lakers can do. At some point, it gets too expensive. Jana McDaniels, Lakers should look at him. Yeah, they're looking at a lot of people, man. Dre the Great says we got to get Jeff on NBA front office podcast one day. Oh man, that would be great. That'd be great, man. Like I said, man, the people got Dan on Lakers Nation. They in the chat and they were just constantly saying like, you got to get Dan on here. You got to get Dan on here. And they made it happen. So if the people push for it, like maybe it'll happen. And that would be great because that's the exact type of show that I could rock with. You know what I mean? That's the exact type of show that I would love to be on. But I'm a nobody out here compared to those guys, So that would be incredible though. But who knows? Maybe the people can make it happen. They made it happen for Dan. Maybe I'll be blessed one day, that the people make it happen to where I get on a show like that. Who knows? But I promise if I do, I got y'all, man. I'll represent. But that would be dope. That would be super dope. Never heard of Cam Christie, but Max is solid. So if his brother is better, I'll check him out. I started hearing his name pop up a little bit. I haven't really seen him though. Picks Utah. I know what Utah's up to, man. D'Lo posted on IG headed to Brooklyn. D'Lo posted on his IG that he's headed to Brooklyn. I didn't see that. Did anyone see that? I can never see Brandon Bernie messages. Oh, because I think Brandon's on. Brandon, are you messaging from Twitter or let me see? Where's Brandon? Oh yeah, because Brandon's on Twitter, not YouTube. Brandon's a weirdo. No, I'm just kidding. He's on Twitter, not YouTube. That's why. And they just barely started allowing like Twitter comments to pop up in here, like in the last couple months. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. trade deadline. We tuned in tomorrow. Facts. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. tomorrow, man. Empire Jeff TV. Tune in. I will be getting with 3 hours worth of NBA trade deadline special over here, man. He works at Knockouts. Knockouts. Don't forget, everyone. DTLF is going live at 12 a.m. Oh, nice. He is nice. I didn't see that. Like I said, I've been on here over almost 3 hours now, so I haven't checked. But shout out to Dan then. Yeah, shout out to Dan. Make sure to go check out the GOAT for sure. Appreciate you letting the people know. Let's see. Are y'all accepting my investors for Court Kings? Any investors? It's a good question. I mean, we might at some point in the future. I don't think we are yet, but they might get to a point where that becomes a possibility. Yes. Is the league waiting for the Knicks to set the market? Yes, that's what I was covering earlier. So exactly what it is. The Knicks are kind of holding up the market because they got first round picks to use. They've got movable money that expires. So they're holding up the market because as soon as they make their deal, then the price drops pretty significantly with these other teams because the other teams left in the buyer's market don't have those picks to offer. So the Knicks are kind of holding it up here. As soon as they make their move or decide not to make a move and then tell teams they're passing, right? Then things will kind of speed up from there. So that's why I've been saying for a while to keep an eye on the Knicks because whatever they do or don't do is very important. Jeff, I listened to you for the whole hour or two while I'm driving and working. Man, appreciate that, man. I still can't believe it. It's so crazy to me. I appreciate you. Dante says, I'm at work right now. No, I appreciate you, Dante. You always say it, but you work late night, right? So I definitely appreciate you. You check me out every night. So definitely you tune in every night. You support every night. I greatly, greatly appreciate you, man. That's what's up, man. Again, I'm still getting used to this, y'all. Dan's been doing this forever. He's used to it. All these guys, they're used to it. Like I'm still kind of new. So it still blows my mind to this day. Chow Lee, how you doing? Thank you for pulling up. Hello to you as well. I remember when I heard you for the first time and I was like, this dude knows what he's talking about. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. And that's exactly my goal. So just get up here and talk and not just talk to talk, but bring substance and context. It's very important to me. Very, very important to me. So I appreciate that you guys appreciate that. And I appreciate that you guys notice that because that's exactly what I do this for. How did I get the chance? Well, I just started. So when I started my journey was really, I decided I was going to do this. I did a podcast before, shout out Easy Money, kind of like a hip hop based podcast where we would talk hip hop and basketball, but I was really there to like kind of just do the tech side of it. Like, the remote recording and all this post COVID, and I would help people do their shows. And when I was doing shows, eventually I would just start talking. They would say, you can talk on these shows. I'm like, well, I'm kind of like the producer. I don't want to overstep. But they knew me outside. They're like, nah, bro, you know your stuff. You know hip hop, you know music, you know sports. Like, chime in. I'm like, all right, cool. So then I started just like doing it. And then it just kind of like, okay, like they're like, oh, you're pretty good. They're like, you should do this. I'm like, well, all right, well, I don't know if the people are going to rock with it. So then I started doing kind of my own podcast called the Agree to Disagree podcast with my guy, Deadeye. Shout out to DJ Deadeye. And then what I did was I decided, like, you know what? I'm going to kind of go like the mixtape rapper route. And I'm going to go around, I'm going to go on everyone's show them what I could do, build a name for myself, and then launch my channel to where people kind of already know me. I got a buzz. People were already saying you should do a channel. So I kind of built my name up, came and did my channel, and then it kind of just took off from there because people already rocked with me. And then kind of just went from there. But I just put in the work, knowing what I'm talking about, being informative, and kind of filling in a lane that a lot of people weren't filling when it comes to like balance of talking on court, front office stuff, business of basketball, but kind of in a dialect and a dialogue. It wasn't too boring, I guess you could say. Like, you know what I mean? So it was kind of like a weird combination that I brought to the table, and it kind of just took off. And that's really how it went. And then I had some really good people support me, and here today because of it. I love your channel. You are not one of those guys who only listens to people who donates. Love your channel. Hope you make it big. Hey, thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll always do that. Like I said, it may get to a point where it's busy and I can't get to everything, but I'll do my best. I promise. Get them likes up. Facts. Where we at with the likes? Let's see. I stopped looking a while ago. Let's see where we at. So we are at 118 likes. Nice. So 96 people in the building, 118 likes. I'll take that. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all indeed. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already, and drop a like on the video. Jeff, I'm from the Philippines. What time do you live? So I'm on Pacific Coast time. So right now it's just turned 11 p.m. where I'm at. 11 p.m. in LA. Thunder Caruso. Maybe. I've heard that's possible. Kurt, what's going on, Kurt? Thanks for pulling up, guy. Thought you was on PTO, my guy. Hey, Jeff, JSJ told me to follow you. Looking forward to a day full of margin deals and watching out for a second apron. Facts. They have no chance of hitting the second apron, that's for sure. Chances Lakers actually acquire Mitchell in the offseason? I don't know yet, because I don't know if they're going to use a pick tomorrow. I don't think they are, but if they do, then that changes everything. Dontario says, it's if you're in the passenger seat in the truck with me. Let's see. I got you. I appreciate you, Dontario. Everyone like and subscribe. You don't want to miss out on all the latest, greatest from the trade deadline. Facts. Kurt pulling up. Better late than never, right? Don't watch the game by yourself. Yeah, pull up the playback for sure. Jose, what's going on, man? What should the Magic do with this trade deadline? I don't know. I think the Magic, I think they got to look at something like Gary Harris maybe goes. Maybe some guys that are doubled up. They got maybe a little bit of log jam there at guard. Maybe someone like Suggs or Fultz goes somewhere. Maybe Anthony. I think they move one of the guards maybe. I like a lot of those guys. I like their guards. I like Fultz, man. I know that he had a rough start to his career, but I really like him. I would love to see him on a playoff team because I think he could score, and I think he can contribute to winning if given a chance on a team that actually plays towards winning. Greg Berg, what's going on? Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you. Buddy healed for Reeves and Filler. Go Pacers. Lakers wouldn't do that. I think the Lakers in their heart of hearts is hoping that Buddy gets traded for someone else right before the deadline. That team buys him out and hopefully, maybe has a chance to become a Laker. I think that's possible because they've been trying to move him. And like I said, if they move him at the deadline before a team has a chance to flip him and it's a team that they're not going to extend him, then maybe they buy him out. Not guaranteed, but it's possible. Thanks, Big Baby, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Give me 1 second here, guys. Okay, sorry. I have to check on something here. Jeremy says, keys to tomorrow's game versus Nuggets, my G. Well, I guess if all the bodies are there, for one, I don't know if we're going to have our entire roster. We're going to have to wait and see on that. Two, just play the way you're playing. D'Lo get busy, counteract Murray. AD dominate. LeBron do your thing. And just play the way they've been playing. Step up that defense, and here's your chance, right? But I don't know if they're going to have their full roster tomorrow. So we're going to have to wait to see about that. Jeff, do you believe the Lakers will make a trade? Yes, they will make a trade. I don't think they'll make a big one maybe, but it will be. Wendell Carter maybe? Yep, there's that too. Jeff, I know you've been told you have a voice for radio. I've been told I have a face for radio. Right? I got you. That's hilarious. Do you see the Nuggets and Lakers as rivals? I don't think it's a true rivalry unless the Lakers, they did beat them, right? In 2020. Is that 3 years apart? I guess we're getting there because the Lakers beat them in 2020, won a championship. They beat them in the Western Conference Finals, and Denver beat them last year in the Western Conference Finals and won a championship. Their coach is talking trash. I think they're entering rivalry status at this point because of that. They've beaten each other in the playoffs. Both won a championship. It's chippy. There's trash talk. So yeah, I think I'll take it there. Sam Z, what's going on, man? How LeBron questionable and he had the USC game. Oh, LeBron is clowning, man. Lakers 60, 1973. What's going on? Jeff, on what platform do you talk about the Dodgers? I talk about it on here. So obviously it's off season for them. So I was very heavy talking Dodgers during the beginning of the off season. So my videos are there if you want to go back and check them out. I think they were pretty cool videos. Go check them out. Especially the ones I was talking about before all this stuff happened, when I felt it was going to happen and kind of had some insight on it. And then it happened and went ballistic. So they were fun videos. Go check those out. But I'll be covering the Dodgers on this channel. So Empire Jeff TV is not just basketball. It's baseball and the Dodgers as well. There will be year-long Dodger coverage. I'm just, waiting for spring training to get going and stuff like that. And right now it's busy time of basketball, trade deadline, all that. So I'm locked in on it. Great low-key move was Monte Morris to the Wolves. They finally got a solid point guard play, but Conley is out. Yeah, I like that move too. Pending free agent too, so they could kind of get him on a little bit of the low there. Lakers are the Nuggets' daddy. Here we go. Jeremy says, my problem with Reeves or D'Lo is that they don't break down the defense as easy like a DeJounte Murray. Sometimes we struggle getting easy baskets, and Murray would have solved that, bro. Yeah, Murray can. Austin can sometimes break down the defense, and D'Lo, just doesn't seem to have the high motor to do it. Murray absolutely can. AD would benefit so much from Murray in the lineup. I agree. Bring the camera tomorrow. You said you were not shy. Oh, yeah. You're right. I actually had the camera today. I just didn't turn it on today. I'm not camera shy. Every time we do Around the League, I'm on camera. I've done on camera on this one. Today, I just legit didn't think about it. Trayvon James, what's going on, man? Love listening to the show. Being a truck driver makes the time easier. Appreciate the show. Hey, Trayvon James, thank you, man. I appreciate that because I come from a truck driving family. I'm literally the only man in my family that's not a truck driver. So salute to you, man. I treat truck drivers like veterans, man, because you guys make sacrifices for this country that I don't think enough people recognize. So salute to you, man, and everyone else who drives, whatever type it is, a truck you drive, whatever you haul, however far you drive, man, bless you and drive safe out there. And thank you for your contribution to society, because without truck drivers, this country wouldn't have nothing. So shout out to you and all the truck drivers out there, man. I greatly, greatly appreciate you. Always drive safe. And thank you for tuning in, man. I appreciate you. Nuggets beat the Lakers one time in their history in the playoffs and don't know how to act. They're still 1-7 playoffs versus LA. Yeah, that's a fact. But over the last 3 years, they've faced each other, and we're 1-1 and both won a title. So I definitely know where you're coming from, though. Gary Harris and Anthony Black, 2 firsts for Murray, 2 defensive guards to help Trae Young. Who says no? It's not bad. It's not bad. They get 2 firsts. They get Anthony Black, who they just drafted, and Filler and Gary Harris. That's not a bad offer, bro. I just don't know if Orlando makes that offer. That's not a bad one for Atlanta. Jeffrey, you're gonna watch the Dodgers versus Padres Korea series. It's gonna be like 4 a.m. Oh yeah, I will definitely. Jesse Nugent, what's going on, man? Do you think we see trades early in the morning or dead close to the 3 p.m. Eastern? I think both. Yeah, I got what you meant. I think both. Jay, what's going on, man? Will a first round pick, the Jazz and OKC, have affect the trade market Thursday? OKC maybe. Jazz no. I'm gonna explain more about the Jazz tomorrow. I don't know how I didn't notice Shake Milton join the Wolves. Remember him being pretty decent. Yeah, no, he's cool. He's solid. Are you going to be at the Kobe ceremony tomorrow? Well, the ceremony is closed to the public, so I will not be at the ceremony tomorrow because I would not allowed in. And even if I went after, it's going to be sealed off until Friday morning at 10 a.m., I believe. So there's nothing to go actually see tomorrow in person because they won't. They're not letting the public in there, and they're not having it for public display after the fact till the next morning. The game, Pacific Standard Time, I believe I saw 12 a.m. Whatever time it is, I'm going to watch. Do you think the Hawks will become too desperate to move Murray, or will they wait? If they're smart, they'll wait. But they may get froggy, man. They may get stupid. That's what I said. Like I said, while I think it's unlikely and unrealistic, there is a world where it could happen. Like, I want to be clear about that. There is absolutely a world where it can happen. Speaking of a world, guys, we are at 1,198 subs. Let's get to 1,200 tonight. Come on. 2 people in the building are not subscribed. I know it. It's just the nature of mathematics. So if you're in the building right now and you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Drop a like on the video. Get your boy to 1,200. I'm almost here at I'm almost 3 hours in with y'all tonight, man. Almost 3 hours in right now. Drop a sub on the channel. Drop a like on the video. Let's get to 1,200 tonight. Come on. We're at 1,198 right now. If you're in there we go. Bang. 1,199. Come on. 1,199. Let's get to 12. Let's get to 12. Come on now. 1,200. Just one more person in the building who's not subscribed. About 30% of the people that watch this show on a nightly basis are not yet subscribed to the channel. So subscribe to the channel. Goes a long way to help us. You're here every night watching anyways. Drop a like on the video, like I said. And we're at 190. There we go. Bam. Just got to 1,200. If you just subscribe, let me know who you are in the building, man. I greatly, greatly appreciate you. 1,200, 1,201 in here now. There we go. Starting to rake in here now. Appreciate y'all, man. 1,201. Appreciate you guys, man. So the next goal is obviously 2,000, but man. Just feel like we got to 1,000 a little over a week and a half ago. So to get to 1,201 where we are now, man, appreciate y'all, man. Y'all special, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all made the night. all y'all did it here. All y'all made the night, sticking it, kicking it here with me for 3 hours, man, tonight on the NBA trade deadline eve, which is like Christmas Eve to a lot of basketball fans, right? So just want to thank y'all for that, man. Definitely want to thank y'all for that. Let's see. I'm gonna get to a couple more of these, and boom, there we go. We got the 12. Appreciate y'all, man. What's going on, Saul? Thank you for pulling up. Let's see here. Love all the way from Puerto Rico. Just sub. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you guys, man. Do you see Wiggins getting moved? And do you think the Monstars will give him his powers back? Wiggins might get moved. I'm not sure yet, man. 1,200 and we land Murray, man. Oh, man. Don't put that on me. Yeah, I thought so too. Yeah, okay, here we go. Just subbed. Well, hey, appreciate you, Random Reggie, man. Thank you. Appreciate you. Like I said, about 30% of the people on a nightly basis listen every night. They probably just forget to subscribe. So just subscribe to your boy, man. It helps the channel out a lot. And just gets us in front of a lot more people, which helps the channel grow, which is what we do this for, right? And gives the channel a chance to make more that we can put back into the channel to give the people more of what they want. So appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. just a random started watching 2 days ago. Hey, thank you, Random Reggie. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Congrats on 1,200, Jeff. I remember we were trying to get to 999. Oh, facts for sure. But thanks, Kurt. Found this guy from Dan. Hey, thanks, Alex. Yeah, no, a lot of people found me from Dan, Kareem, Lakers Fast Break. Like I said, the Laker community is great, man, and they all showed me a gang of love. So shout out to all of them, man. Those are my big brothers in these YouTube streets, man. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. But on that note, man, I've been doing this about 3 hours. I got another 3 hours at least in tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. NBA trade deadline special, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. tomorrow. Pull up. Be ready. Let's have some fun. Let's talk some basketball. Hopefully we get some stuff that's exciting. Hopefully get some stuff we get to break down. I'll get some people on the panel. We're going to have a good time, man. Grab some coffee. We'll sit here. We'll talk NBA basketball tomorrow, man. I'm excited. So thank y'all for pulling up. Hey, thank you, big baby. I appreciate you. Thank you. Congrats on your 1K too, man. ATL wants to move that contract before the extension kicks in. They don't want to say below the apron. There's different ways of looking at it though, Jeremy. There's actually some ways that would benefit them to hold on off until the summer, but I'll touch on that tomorrow. All right, bro. Hope something happens. Appreciate. Just subscribe. Hey, appreciate you, AJ. Thank you, man. Appreciate everyone who subscribed today. Thank you to everyone who subscribed from the get-go. Thank you for those who joined halfway along the way. Just thank all of y'all, man. Appreciate every single one of you. Like I said, most importantly, for your time. The fact that you get here and listen to me on the nightly, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. And like I said, you guys could be, appreciate you, man, AJ. Yeah, those are my guys over there. Shout out Kareem and Elder, man. They're going to be rocking heavy tomorrow too, man. But yeah, we'll be back here tomorrow. You guys could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in to me for 3 hours tonight. Make sure to check out Dan, the Laker fan. I believe he's going live at 12 a.m. I saw someone say. So shout out to my brother Dan, man. Shout out to everyone else. Shout out to everyone who's in the building tonight. Shout out to the moderators, JSJ, Angie, Kurt. Shout out to all you guys, man. Thank you guys for pulling up. Thank you guys for, but he could wave that, Brandon. Thank you guys to everyone, like I said, for spending, this is a long time tonight. I wanted to put aside time tonight. I've been down and out because the internet was out. So came back with a vengeance tonight. Gave you all 3 hours. I'm going to give you 3 more hours tomorrow at least. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your night. Have a safe Thursday morning over there. And I will catch you guys tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific time. Catch you guys tomorrow. Y'all be safe. Go Lakers. Let's have some fun tomorrow.